Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you're.
There we go. And we live tonight.
Alright.
Oh yeah, right. We're good.
Yeah, I'm like going and consuming oxygen and
Tonight.
shit.
Yo, honestly, same, bro. Like, how has that been for you, man?
That's pretty good, dude.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've been breathing in some pretty good air lately. It's been pretty good.
Good air, good life, you know. Be that way.
Yeah, bro. How's your air consumption been, Blue? All right, good talk. Good talk. How's you?
Tiny
how
blue
have you?
testicles.
Yeah,
What
that's
about
his
you?
name.
What about you, Goget?
Wait, what? Sorry, what? I was paying attention.
How are you?
Damn!
How's
Wow.
your
Man, y'all
air
are just.
consumption going, bro?
My what?
Your air consumption.
How are y'all just like?
I
Wait,
wish it stopped.
did y'all ask me something while I was gone? Or
Yeah,
no?
we did.
Oh,
You're a
how's
fucking
your-
retard.
How's
no,
your
I wasn't here. I
Stop.
was talking to my brother.
how's
Anyways.
your air consumption, my man?
I was gonna ear rape you guys, but no, I won't. I was
You
gonna be
Yeah,
like,
you
go
will
ahead.
not on the stream. You won't, because I will mute your
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
know.
really
I'm not gonna do it.
you already know what I've been doing. So
No, what the fuck have
living?
you been doing?
just Destiny, and I
Breathing.
really, I was planning to think. I was thinking about getting into Warframe a little bit before Black Armory next week, but I'm not sure if I will be able to because I got to grind for these pinnacle weapons that they just added.
Wait,
so.
black what?
Black Armory is the new seasonal content.
For Warframe?
No, Destiny.
Oh.
Warframe just had Fortuna come out, which I haven't really played that much Fortuna. I feel bad.
Warframe actually has content that's worth playing?
Yeah, there's Plains of Eidolon, Fortuna. There's all kinds of shit in Warframe, you know?
No, you're lying.
Yeah. If it breathes is a thought.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, Yang's a thought.
Definitely.
Damn.
No context needed.
How you been, right?
You know how it be, bro.
Anyway, my day's been going for. No, I'm kidding.
Right, wanting to
Who
stream
gives a
at
fuck about
dusk.
that,
I see you want to start streaming dusk.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Which, yeah, by the way, I'll send you the CPU as soon as, like, I'll probably do it by Canadian Post, because it might cost me a bit more, but it'll be fine, whatever.
Yeah, just hopefully before the 10th, my man.
If furries want to be treated like people or animals, why can't we hunt them like animals?
Amen.
I mean...
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
Praise the Lord and take some more. I take some
I'm
more.
not condoning killing furries, but I'm not gonna stop you. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm not
condoning killing furries, but all I'm saying is that if I found Goget,
I'd vote to pass a law that allows it. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't do it myself.
I'd make furry season.
Oh damn.
No tag limit.
And tag limit. You can only kill so many goats
Yeah,
before you end up fucking up the environment.
no,
Yeah, but they're all different.
I just want to shoot Goget.
Oh, and
Hold up. Why am I killing it?
But the one furries we gotta start clearing out though are the fucking goat. The goat furries are fucking disastrous.
Oh my god, this gore mod is amazing.
No, like
Why am
because
I-
goat furries are cannibals. They straight up eat people.
Why am I being insulted?
No, not goats. Sorry, pigs. Pigs. That's what I was thinking. Pig.
Okay.
No, but all
No.
joking aside, pigs are fucking nasty. I would not want to fucking fight a pig.
I was
Sorry,
about
good
to
to see
say
you, Mom.
something, but then I realized that Blue would probably take the shit out of me.
So if y'all been wondering how I've been,
How you been,
No
Trism?
one cares about you, Trism.
oh gang. Basically,
Not even your mom cares. Hey, what?
oh damn.
So anyway, I was...
So I got a new guitar.
Yeah, so...
See, this is why we don't care, because your new is always, I got this new guitar, and nobody cares about guitars.
I care. I think Trism plays good music. Not trying to.
Meme review.
All I'm saying...
All I think is Trism needs to be on a meme review. That's all I'm saying.
Damn right.
Review.
Meme.
I love how everyone wants everyone on a meme review because I saw a funny thing on the PewPie subreddit where it was like, did 69 just go to jail just to avoid a meme review? Shaking my head.
Oh, also, other news in guitar. Guess who else got a guitar?
No.
Wraith?
Yeah, Rice got a guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
mean, there's no shame in actually having like all joking aside. There's no shame in having a guitar, by the way.
Nah, bro, you gay.
Just shame in
Yeah,
spending money on guitars when you could be spending it on PC parts.
Yeah, but like, why though? I don't use my computer enough.
You could buy me PC parts though.
'Cause you already have
No, but I
guitars.
can't-
You already have several guitars. Your
I
PC
have
sucks.
mine.
You could improve it.
But can
You
I
can buy
take my
me
PC
PC.
anywhere and use it anywhere?
You could if you bought a
No.
laptop.
I do have a laptop though.
Well, but then there you go. You don't need.
Okay,
You don't
cool,
need.
Then my problem is now solved. But
No,
I-
you still have a shitty PC.
Here's the thing: gaming laptops cost a significant amount of money. I was thinking about getting one, but it's like to get like a mid-tier
Look
PC, that probably
used.
cost
Look
me
at
like
Pawn Shop. No. Do what I did. I found a $150 laptop. It was an Acer Aspire. Now hear me out. It had an 840M, an i5 5200U, I think. 8 gigs of RAM, a 120 gig SSD, and a 1 terabyte hard drive for $150 with Windows 8 on it.
Actually, it's not that bad. I seen a game PC, like a
Damn right,
laptop,
that's
like
not
play
that
games
bad.
on the
though,
road.
fuck.
I don't plan to play a lot of my new games on the road, but
Also, I'm seeing here, I'm thinking about actually getting into building guitars.
he switched from building PCs to building guitars.
I know,
What a
he's
transition.
regressing. We need to fix this.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm done. He's like,
build
I'm
me
done
a
building
PC.
PCs. Now let's build guitars.
Well, I could
Chris
do a
was
lot
talking.
more. I can do a lot more with the guitar.
Yeah, I
can.
can. Tris like,
Than a
can you
PC?
manipulate chicks?
I can. Not saying that.
No, you
anyone
can't.
else can. I can.
Bullshit.
I don't know shit about. I can't do shit.
You're doing more than you could on a guitar right now.
Trism, can your
Uh.
guitar watch porn? Exactly.
Oh damn! Actually,
Yeah,
you
there-
got me there.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's
Damn,
all the
man.
argument you need.
Shit, he's not wrong, bro. Shit, damn. Still, I'm gonna
Next.
build him anyway.
Yes,
So-
Jay Caesar, I have heard about the Cowboy Bebop live series. I hold no hope.
Oh,
This is going to be an
Ooh.
epic fail.
Oh damn! They're coming for your series next, gang. They're just gonna fucking put Cowboy Bebop right behind and just.
And there's
blast
already this is Sci-Fi Wire or Sci-Fi Wire. I don't know, whatever.
it.
Dear
Also,
Ne-
why are they making adaptations to animes now?
I don't know, because they're running out of ideas.
because anime is getting popular amongst people. Like shit, my mom watched My Hero Academia twice already. Like I shit you not.
I'm trying to.
So-
How we get a real life adaptation of Goblin Slayer?
Oh,
Yes, I fucking watched
Simply
it.
that-
only
first
if it's made
episode.
by the same people that did Game of Thrones.
Oh, actually,
Can you imagine how
yeah.
cool that'd be? Just Goblin Slayer, fucking see that chick getting raped in the first episode, being fucking real life. Oh shit, it's
Hell
fucked.
yeah. Best part of the show. I'm just kidding.
I mean, there's more rape that happens in the books. But that's because there's more of the mangas right now than the anime.
Dear Netflix, please don't whitewash Cowboy Bebop.
Whitewash? Wait, what the hell?
Wait, what the fuck?
I watched a bit of the first episode, and it was basically just some one dude went to a bar, and it's like some guy with red eyes or whatever, because this guy can dodge bullet because his eyes are red or something like that. I said bullets because his eyes are red, something like that. This is the first episode in a nutshell.
This week it was reported that after almost a decade of speculation and waiting, a live-action adaptation of the iconic anime series Cowboy Bebop will happen. A 10-episode series was announced. 10 episodes? Really? You think you can do that? Man.
They're coming for Cowboy Bebop. They're gonna make Cowboy Bebop
Was
like the
announced
Witcher series.
as a co-production between streaming giants Netflix and Tomorrow Studios, the latter of whom are currently working on the television series Snowpiercer and Let the Right One In. They are also planning a live-action series of the anime One Piece.
Oh no!
Man. Yeah, this is going to be all. And that's where the cynicism builds. Cowboy Bebop is a perfect piece of entertainment, a sci-fi action adventure with inspirations taken from film noir, spaghetti westerns, war dramas, cyberpunk, and jazz. It's a show that manages to be hilarious one moment, then heartbreaking the next, and its ending remains one of the best in anime. Inevitably, a live-action adaptation will get things wrong, and that is something fans will have to accept. The adaptation process is
That's-
tricky, and
That's not
2018
the
is a very
problem
different
with
world
live
from 1998.
Did you not realize that's not the problem with live adaptations anime? That they don't get everything 100% right? No, they change the fucking plot. That's what they do.
Well, not just that. There's like Ghost in the
Like,
Shell.
look at the live action Death Note movie. They
Go-
literally went a 180 on every character.
Ghost in the Shell is the perfect example of why it's hard.
I thought Death Note is a perfect example how they completely change everything.
No. I'm not talking about that, Blue. I'm talking about how reasons other than just the plot and stuff for why it's hard to adapt an anime into a live action, because there's a bunch of scenes in both where the characters are just sitting or standing around talking and they're not doing much. Now in an anime,
That's fine.
it doesn't matter much, right? It works. The art is still good. You know, it looks nice, and you watch the conversation and it's fine. Well, in the live action, it comes across as really fake because they I like tried to mimic it a little too much or something like that. Whatever they did, like they didn't.
Or they completely change everything. That's it.
Well, yeah, but that's. I mean, you can say that about like a book being adapted into a movie or something like that. This is kind of specific to anime.
No, but they did. But do you not know what they did to Death Note?
No, I haven't watched.
Horrible.
Dude, this is why I didn't watch it. This is why I'm not gonna watch the
Not only that,
Cowboy Bebop.
A lot of things in anime too is like it's something that's kind of like weird. Only if like you're starting to get into anime, it's a lot of tropes. Like, you ever notice how in a lot of anime they over-explain a situation? Like they say out loud, "Oh, you used a certain tactic against me. How clever!"
Yeah, in combat. Like combat is the best
yeah.
example of that because
Alright,
they're
tell you what,
talking throughout the fight.
Showed in animes where it's like, oh, blah blah jutsu, something like that.
Well, not
Like,
just
oh,
that,
man,
but they'll
I
even
see.
go into, oh, you use this move and that has an electrical property and he's weak against electrical because he's water based, and it's like it works in an anime.
God.
But yeah, if that was put into a live action show, it would look retarded.
It would.
It really would. Yeah,
And that's
and that's
the
kind of
thing,
what I
it's
was
the
talking about
trope.
with the conversations where nothing was really happening and the characters weren't moving. Because like I said, in the anime it works. Like you're just looking at the art, and you know, like there's lots of other things besides the characters to look at.
Good art.
Yeah, exactly. But with a live action, like, you know, there's a scene where they're just like sitting in a boat talking, and so they're both just sitting there on the boat talking, and it's like there's 20 minutes of nothing happening, and it's just like it doesn't look natural when it's live action.
Yeah, that's just one of the same reasons why game adaptations to movies just can't happen.
Well, that's a different reason. The reason is because like a lot of game stores, from what I've heard, a lot of game stores rely heavily on the player sort of experiencing a different story from player to player. Like BioShock, for instance. BioShock is a perfect example of a game that cannot be turned into a movie.
Yeah,
Because
but they'll do it anyways because they hate everything.
Oh, you know that if they do it, they're just gonna like pander so goddamn hard, and they're gonna
Because BioShock has themes about communism, but doesn't outright support it. It's just as characters who are communistic.
Well, no, it's actually it's
There's no, I can't remember, and also they can't, and they definitely won't make BioShock 2 a movie, because do you guys remember Sophia Lamb from BioShock 2? How she was because Sophia Lamb is an I can't talk. What's the word? Identitarian? Yeah, that's the word. She's an identitarian. She's kind of like the SJWs before they were a thing, but it just doesn't talk about race all the time. Just talk about groupthink and all that nonsense.
And you also know that they're going to market the big daddies as like fucking everywhere. It's gonna be like,
yeah, even though big daddies weren't that much of a thing. Big daddies weren't even that much of a fight, like that encounters in the first game. Like you didn't really encounter.
The first one was.
In the second game, it's different because you're playing as a big.
No, I know. No, I meant the first one in the first game. Like the first time you meet a Big Daddy and he's treated as like a boss fight. That one's kind of tough.
Yeah, but a lot of times you can actually avoid him, which that's what I did for the most part. Like there's like no need to fight him for the most part. Like you can avoid most of them. Because the reason why I'm fighting Big Daddies are problems because they were like bullet sponges for the most part. Big Daddies, you know, you can do certain things to make them weak and take them out fast. They're more bullet spongy in the first game, and you had like the conserve your ammo and shit. It was like a survival game. So you didn't want to waste your bullets.
Not me.
Like, take out this Big Daddy.
That's all I did was buy ammo.
That's a nice ass guitar.
I didn't really knew that about the first game because when I first played BioShock, I was really young, so I didn't really know you could buy ammo. You know the game did explain it to you, so I was just basically scrounging for ammo the entire game. And
Fail.
The bosses so hard because of that.
Blue, I just wanted to ask really quickly, what kind of RAM will I need for that motherboard? DDR4?
DDR4, yeah.
Okay. No, because I'm gonna buy some DDR4 like today or tomorrow.
Actually, it's called a tremolo arm. I'm sorry.
Fuck up. You guys probably don't get that joke. Basically,
it's a long story, and it's funny between us. That's all that needs to be said.
I mean, Dragon Ball Evolution is a perfect example of failed adaptation.
We were talking about live action adaptations. They're making the Cowboy Bebop live adaptation.
Yeah, I heard about that.
How are they gonna whitewash?
It's actually gonna be good.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the stupid thing, right? This bitch is complaining about whitewashing, and it's like, they weren't Japanese.
Yeah, they kind of weren't.
Like, I'm sure some of them were,
I mean,
but that was the whole point. This isn't even based on Earth. There's only one.
I could think of, there's a black dude in, like, second episode.
Yeah. The one with the dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's the main antagonist for that one. Is that like tall black dude with the fro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's literally like an America or whatever you want, a worldwide melting pot.
It's like a space Wild West, you can say.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's like there's every race in it, so it's not like if they start insisting that all the characters have to be Japanese or some shit. Like, dude, I'm gonna be fucking furious. Like, Cowboy Bebop. Fucking Spike does not look like he's Japanese. He's got a goddamn Jufro.
No, but that'd be hypocritical for them because they complained about in the Death Note adaptation Light being whitewashed, but Death Note being black. But not Death Note. What's his name? L being blackwashed. They didn't care about it. Like when they changed L's race to a black dude, they didn't care about that. So
of course not.
By the way, Rice, just keep an eye out in the shit post. I'm gonna post more fucking pictures.
Yeah.
You and your fucking guitars. Post some porn like a normal person.
Alright, bet.
Trism, stop watching guitars. Jack off to hentai like us normal people.
It's like my mom walks in.
Guitars are porn, bro.
Mom walks in.
That's some strange porn, bro.
My mom walks in.
Look at the strings on that one. Oh!
Man, those fucking curves.
Honestly, let's be real. I feel like my mom's gonna walk in. Why are you looking at guitars? You fucking sick.
Look at porn like a normal boy.
How about you watch hentai like normal people?
Where did I go wrong?
Everything.
Hey, fun fact. If you keep spending money on gear, you'll never have enough money for drugs.
You should say the same thing about PC parts.
Yeah, but like, I'm pretty much like, you can get to a point where you're like, okay, I don't need anything.
Real quick, anyone who has NVIDIA cards, don't update to the latest drivers.
Alright.
God damn it.
No, I'm being serious.
GG
NVIDIA. Because here's what happened. In Destiny 2 at 1440p ultra, I used to get like over 100 something frames per second. Ever since the new update, I only get to like 110 to 90 frames.
No, that's because your computer's trash.
What do you mean? My computer shits all over.
Why is your computer shit all over?
You still haven't done a
3D
mark.
Time, Holmes.
I told you it would take 5 minutes, bruh.
I've just been so focused on other matters.
Yeah.
It take 5 minutes. Yeah, that's 5 minutes I have to take away from fucking masturbating, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, honestly. And guitars.
Guitars.
Oh my god. Okay. This dude even... Oh my god, okay. In 2017, 2 American films based on anime premiered on 2 terrible reviews and a slew of scandals over whitewashing. Ghost in the Shell took one of the great icons of anime, Major Motoko Kusanagi, and had her be played by Scarlett Johansson. After the cast and crew rushed to defend their choice, their justifications only felt creepier and tougher to defend when the story had the Major be a Japanese girl whose brain was transported into the body of a white woman. That's what happened. The Major does not look Japanese at all. Like, it's even like specific point
and what's
about like her, like if you look at her eyes, in comparison to the people who aren't robots.
Can
Like,
I ask a question?
her eyes aren't slanted.
She had those ching chong eyes.
So we're talking about those people on Twitter that complain about, oh fuck, the show's
Well, no,
whitewashed."
this is a sci-fi article.
Nah.
They'll complain about a show being whitewashed, but they won't complain about Elle being
Dude,
blackwashed.
no, it's even worse than that. Okay, here we go. Netflix has already made live-action anime adaptations too. Last year, they released. I think they meant they
They
released.
misspelled it, but
Yeah.
you can't expect them to spell correctly.
Death Note, wherein Light Yagami became Light Turner, played by Nat Wolff. That made this adaptation's erasure of its inherent Asian roots was a 2-point issue. First, it stripped a story about a Japanese god of death of anything remotely Japanese, and second, it completely dropped the ball on the new interesting race issue it introduced. By having Detective L be played by Lakeith Stanfield, easily the best thing in the movie, the film
Wait,
could have
what? Is she retarded?
the film could have been a striking exploration of white privilege and mistrust in the police in the context of America. Instead, it did nothing of interest. Okay,
Well,
I'm sorry,
Like-
what? That's not what Death Note's about, Holmes.
dude, they're not even hiding it. They literally just took a movie where both characters were quote unquote white or blackwashed, and apparently the whitewash was horrible, but the blackwash was the best thing in the movie.
Also, she definitely did not watch the original Death Note series. She definitely did not.
No way
Yeah.
in fucking hell she did.
Because anyone who's watched the original Death Note can
Anyone
watch the
with half
adaptation.
a brain would say that it was one of the worst things they've ever seen. I'll admit it, I haven't sat down, I haven't watched all of Death Note,
Only
but I've
Sion.
watched, like, quite a fucking lot of it.
Here's the thing: you don't need to even watch all of it. You just watch only the first 26 episodes. The rest of it is kind of just it's eh. But the first 26 episodes are pretty good. Because Death Note is like only like 30. How many episodes? Like only 39.
I don't know. I've watched like the
Actually-
first 5.
All I'm saying is
Actually-
that I'm really glad that my two favorite animes are both really obscure animes, so they're probably not going to get made into anything.
What
I
are
think
they?
Goblin
mean
Slayer might be one of my
Future
favorites now.
You
What's
mean
one of
Future
them?
Diary and what's the other one?
Another.
Yeah, another is obscure, but Future Diary isn't.
If they start
They're-
fucking with
they're
Future
both-
Diary, I'm gonna...
They're both pretty known about.
I mean,
I see less
Yeah,
about
but
another.
how much do you actually believe that they're actually
Future
going to get
Diary.
made into something, though?
I
Oh,
mean,
probably
least-
not. But that's only because they only take literally the most popular ones.
at
Because
least
those are the
at
only
least
ones they
won't
can.
ruin Goblin Slayer.
Those are the only ones they can justify to the corporate.
At least
I
they
guess.
won't ruin Goblin Slayer. That's a plus.
Like that's a look. This is why they're going after Cowboy Bebop first, because it's like one of the most well-known. I mean, other
iconic animes.
other than maybe like
Like, I
Dragon Ball Z and Bleach
Yeah,
and
okay,
like
they did Dragon
Naruto.
Ball. They already
But
they
that's the
already
thing;
had
those are
Dragon Ball
huge.
Super.
Well, but
They
that
already had Dragon Ball. Not Super. Sorry, they already had Dragon Ball. What was it? Live action Dragon Ball. I think
Evolution.
Evolution. That failed. They're not gonna.
But
try
that's
to
like
get the-
that's a movie though. This is a show, and that's the thing. Like you can't do a show adaptation of something like DBZ or Naruto because those things are fucking 600 episodes long.
Yeah, you miss the point of what they are anyway. They're meant to be long as fuck, so that you get that whole span from when like they're children all the way up to like when they're fucking.
Well, sure, but you
OGs.
can't make a live action adaptation of that.
I know. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Like, I think what he's trying to say is that it's still pretty fucking gay.
No, just point. At least I know certain animes they won't ruin, so that's good.
They won't
I
do
don't think
it-
they'll do.
They won't do High
Well,
School
who wants
DxD, so I'm good.
They won't touch.
Too
Goblin
much tits
Slayer,
in that
so
one.
That's good.
That.
Which,
Yo,
by
the-
the way, I watched all the way to episode 8 now because they released more episodes of Goblin Slayer. Fantastic. Definitely, I think it might be one of my favorite animes now. Goblin Slayer.
This
Uh,
guy.
Just planning on
They-
sitting down and watching it. Is it actually worth it?
It's actually really good. Like I love it. I like it a lot so much. So
Manga's
I
better.
Might actually get the book. I might actually get the manga. That's how much I
There's
like it.
supposedly a My Hero adaptation, like live action.
Damn it! I was.
I heard about that.
Damn it. I can't watch My Hero now. I can't get attached to it, or they're gonna ruin it for me.
I know. Look, I love the show. All right, I love the show, but I'm kind of curious to see what happens because, like,
They're gonna destroy it. They're probably gonna be
they're
like.
going to. I have no doubt in my mind because like, I think you just can't really. I mean, here's the thing. My Hero, if you actually watch it all, it is something really cool that you can put into a movie. But the problem is with how it is now,
they'll ruin it. They don't know how to write these people.
I know because it's a really cool concept, but it's kind of been done before. It's kind of like X-Men if you think about it, you know.
It's like X-Men, but it was like the new X-Men movies are terrible. Except
not
Logan.
wrong.
That's
it's like X-Men if it's not boring, you know what I mean? Like it is pretty badass. But that's
the only good X-Men movies or things there were was the cartoons back in the day and Logan. That's the only two good ones.
Because like, and the thing is too, like, My Hero isn't even done yet. It's like in the third season.
Still going on. They can't.
Yeah, but season 3 is the end, right?
No, what? No, they're on season. They're making season 4 right now.
Really?
And yeah, from what I know, like you're gonna see Deku become like fucking god.
Wait, who's that? Who's that one character again? The one that has like the red, white, and blue colors.
All Might.
All Might.
They might. If they. I forgot. I'm sorry. I have to rewatch My Hero.
It's alright.
Texas Smash.
They might change it. They might change his colors because like it's an American flag, kind of looks like an American flag. Terrible.
You know they're just gonna have him wearing. They're gonna make him.
They're gonna make
Dude, if they do that, they'll fuck his whole character up because that's what he's gonna do.
He's an American hero.
Well, no. He is not American.
Oh, I thought. Oh, yeah, you're right.
He was born in Japan, moved to the United States, stayed there for a while, and then came back from Japan.
With a name like Toshinori, you'd fuck it. Yeah, I could see.
And he's now so basically he's basically American. They can't allow that because Americans are evil.
They'll have to rename all of his special moves.
They'll be like, what's his special moves? Texas Slam.
Texas Smash, Detroit Smash.
The United States of Smash.
And there's one more.
They might rename
United
it
States of Smash.
They might rename it to like Guatemala Smash, basically.
The USSR Smash.
That'd be hilarious. I want to see that happen.
Hammer and sickle on his chest.
Yo, they made a.
No, I actually made a Russian superhero today.
What's his name? Slavic Gavin.
His name is Bliat Boy.
The Russian superhero. His special ability is called starvation. He gives people confidence and starves them to death.
No, his special ability is called holding an AK-47.
No, but like the thing is too, because I feel like what they would do with All Might is probably just having. You know how he always wore the cargo pants and the fucking big ass white shirt. They'll probably always have him in that case, because like.
So he just won't have a super suit.
A super suit, and they probably won't even write him as a teacher. They'll probably just have Aizawa be the main teacher. If they were to do that.
Because anything that makes Americans look good, they don't like it.
Especially a Japanese guy appropriating the American culture.
No, not even that. They don't even care about that. They're like, oh my god, how dare he be prideful of the fascist America? That's their mentality. They don't actually care about American culture and that stuff. They're just like, how dare you like America, you goddamn fascists. That's basically what they're going to do to All Might. They're going to make All Might, I'm sorry people, I acknowledge my American privilege.
There's like, listen here, young Midoriya. I may be from America, and I am a white privileged male, and I should check my privilege. Like, could you fucking imagine?
That's his superpower. He says, check your privilege.
Privilege.
Well, that'd be another good superhero. Male feminist. His special ability is to get clothes and radio at night.
Bro, it's gonna be the privileged smash.
Skills include being a nice guy, tipping his fedora, and saying "milady."
Then getting angry when no girl wants to fuck him.
I can't wait for him to fight All For One and be like,
privilege smash. Listen, Awful, I know I'm an American, and I like my privilege charts are extremely high as a minority. Yourself.
But no, I must do what being a hero is, helping women.
and minorities.
Didn't All Might like retire?
And intersex people, because I am just this piece of symbol.
Chisholm,
he's gonna be a citizen of the world instead of being a citizen of America. The world.
All Might retired?
Yeah, I think he retired after the fight with
Yeah, he did. He did.
Well, he was technically retired from the very beginning.
No, he didn't.
I mean, he was quitting
no.
being a hero.
No, he still was.
He wasn't doing it like for real though.
Oh yeah, kinda yeah.
My man's a
That's-
savage though, Ruthgasm.
No, but if you haven't seen the All for One fight, I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, if it's season 2, I haven't seen it yet.
It's season
He
3.
gets yoted on pretty bad.
So basically, what ends up happening is All for One just sneezes.
Bro, All for One was kind of a badass. I'm not gonna lie. He kicked the shit out of All Might.
Who is that one character I played in My Hero that kicked your ass with?
Which one?
The
Todoroki,
one of
I think.
the fire and ice
no.
he is. I
Yeah,
can't
that's
remember.
Todoroki. That's Todoroki. Yeah.
What's his?
By the way-
How are they gonna change him in a real life adaptation? Are they gonna make him?
No, I'll probably keep him the same. He's just got fire and ice. It's pretty easy. It's pretty
No,
basic.
No, like
Cool.
make,
No,
Well,
he
they-
shoots out white privilege and feminism.
No,
his special attack is called White
he's
Smash.
handicapped. He's handicapped.
He's
Oh, he-
blind,
wait,
bro.
He
No,
also
bro, he
also has this special power called white.
Oh, wait a second.
Like,
Because
that, bro, they can make him into a blind.
no, but hang on. All Might is already handicapped.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit,
So he is in the
So he's got
hierarchy.
he if I wonder if his white privilege, even though he's not white, is counteracted by his disabled
Is
non-privilege.
it gonna be how much points does it give him?
Yeah,
What I don't get
they really
is
need to make
how
a point
come-
system for this because there's no other way to figure
It's
it out.
so confusing. We keep trying to guess and make fun of it, but we need an actual
But I have
point
more
system
points
for
than
this.
all of you, so gang.
Yeah, I think I'm the whitest person here, so I have like the.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think my friend Cole would beat you out in that department because he fucking did a Fortnite dance today in school.
That's pretty white.
You know what I'm saying? That is pretty
That's
white
pretty
and
white,
disabled.
but
And
I'm-
they're disabled, so. And
But
pretty
I'm
gay, too, so.
right. I'm Greek and Italian, so I'm basically as white as it gets.
Yeah, well, I'm a disappointment.
Obviously, but that's not what we're talking about.
Oh, wait, yeah, you don't need to be white to be a disappointment.
Yeah, it can be Trism.
I mean, aren't all black dads disappointing?
Oh,
What
If
the-
they're there.
No, I'm actually like fairly like tan, so I guess I'm not really
No,
too
you're
white.
not.
I guess.
Don't lie.
No, your genetics. It's all about your genetics.
I'm
well,
like full
shit.
Ukrainian boy, so it'd be that way.
That's
Oh,
white.
well,
You're
I am-
still white.
Okay, so how about a hot take from Medium Gaming? Violet Guinevere Stellar, trans lesbian activist and social critic, YouTuber and author extraordinaire.
Alright.
Gamers to celebrate killing women in Battlefield 5.
That's pretty rude.
Oh my god.
Here's a
Wait,
tweet.
are people actually.
He's got a tweet up of this idiot. Y'all can bash Battlefield 5 all you want because it has women in it, but hear this. You can kill women. This is exactly what you were not just asking for, but demanding. You
they got
demanded,
it.
yes, you demanded that women be
You
included in
know-
video
You
games.
know what they wanted. No, you know what they really
They
wanted.
wanted to have invincible women NPCs like in Red Dead.
No,
Red
they
Dead didn't
wanted,
happen.
they wanted to have it to where you play as the women and you like kill men soldiers. That's what they really wanted.
I mean,
Ugh.
I watched it. Here's the thing. I watched a video where basically explains how like the Battlefield 5 campaign they completely SJW-defied the campaign and changed history.
Battlefield
Also,
5 has
someone-
a campaign.
It does.
Also,
and
someone wants to join their supporters.
Yeah, we're kind of full up though, so maybe
here's
after
the
maybe
thing.
after people
Here's what
leave.
happened, basically, in one of the campaign missions, it was like, I forgot what the battle was, but it was a battle done by I think a squad of Norwegians, but they were replaced with 2 white girls.
Why would they replace it with white girls? You'd be trying to get a caramel macchiato in the middle of battle.
There's no pumpkin spice lattes in the fuck behind enemy lines.
Oh,
There's
I
no-
just realized. Bro,
There's no pumpkin spice lattes in the fucking cold. What are you doing
Yo.
here?
You think
I
that's
just-
how they actually caught them in that game? Oh, come
Yo.
over here, yeah. We have pumpkin spice latte.
The
I
German's
just
like,
realized,
get over here, we have
uh,
pumpkin spice.
Yo, I just realized something. This entire day, I didn't realize that my fly was down until now. I'm like, oh shit.
It's okay, your dick's small. No one noticed anyways.
I got so scared. I thought I just heard my mom, dude.
She's like, Randy.
Why?
And also
What are you doing
they
that you would be
completely-
embarrassed if your mom saw you?
They changed.
I wouldn't be embarrassed. I was just confused because I thought I heard her voice. But
Also, they changed the context for I think like a black squad a black squad that was that did some stuff for the French, but they changed some history. Basically, made it look like they did all the work and the white man stole everything. That's what they changed the campaign missions to.
Did you actually play the campaign?
No, but I watched the entire video explaining everything in depth, like because this guy actually bought and played all the campaign, like all three, I think 3 or 4.
Yes, I've performed.
Sorry for his loss.
Yes, I've performed heart surgery. I mean, have you ever done it? No, I just watched a video of this dude explaining how it works.
No, like I'm not buying Battlefield 5 to play a shitty game.
Battlefield 5 went on sale for like $35.
Already?
Yes, it's not anymore. I think it was only like it was like
Wait,
a week.
I'll be back.
It was like a weekend deal or something.
I don't think Black Ops 4, the cheapest I saw, it was like I think $50.
40.
So
It was 40 something.
$50 CAD, I think it was.
Over the weekend.
Yeah, 76 went on sale pretty cheap too.
35. Yeah.
It was like 40.
Yeah, because
35.
76 is a failure. That game's a failure. Everyone's shitting on it, and it's ruined Bethesda's reputation for the future.
I think they might be able to fix it.
It has.
I think they might be able to fix it. We'll see. We'll have to see.
They're not gonna. If they do everything that Sargon said in his video, because Sargon made a video talking about Fallout 76.
No.
His ideas are actually really good.
No, yes, most of his ideas are really good, but he oh my god, you can tell that all he cares about now is politics, because that's all he was fucking talking about was factions and the politics and this, that, and the other. I'm like, no, you don't want to do that, dude. Nobody is gonna want to play that shit.
Alright, I'm black.
You're not black.
I know I'm not. I'm just.
I agree with most of his recommendations, and I even said like the factions and stuff that's a cool idea, and it could even work really well. But I think the
I don't think having a little political like hierarchy type thing or a trade system in a clan is inherently bad.
No. And like I said, that's fine. But he was talking about having a lot of things be practically based around the political side of the faction systems, and I don't think that'll work out well because most people don't give a shit about that kind of stuff.
But I do maybe to that I agree to that, but his ideas about the clan, like improving the factions, where like if you die you lose rank, you have to get it back and shit.
I don't know. I don't even think that would not even work. And here's why. If you run a clan, you want to be in charge of who your officers are and who aren't. Like if you start a clan, say you and two buddies start a clan, why would you start a clan where it could end up that you and your buddies aren't the leader of the clan anymore?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Big brained on your dumbass.
It wouldn't work. Like this is what I mean. Like I get what he's trying to do, and you could even make a game like that would be super fun, but I don't think all of his ideas would work well for Fallout.
Not all, but
a lot of them. A lot of them would work just fine. But yeah, I had several points of contention with some of his ideas that I know that they wouldn't work. But anyway. On the release.
But here's the thing about Fallout 76. I think Fallout 76 is the straw that's going to break the camel's back on games as a service.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, I sincerely believe that people had enough of buying broken games day one and being told, oh, buy the DLC and you'll fix it.
No.
But they're not saying buy the DLC and they'll fix it. They're saying we'll fix it.
No, they fucking won't.
Blue, you're
well, hey, maybe they won't. Maybe they won't, but they have fixed all the games that they have put out.
Yeah, they definitely fixed Fallout 4 and Fallout 3. Oh wait, some of the bugs in those games are in 76.
Yes, but that you could say that about every game. You can say that about Call of Duty.
Blue, Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 are not good games, so it doesn't matter.
Hold the fuck on.
Yeah, you wait just a fucking minute there,
Fallout
sir.
3 is alright. Fallout New Vegas, best one. Fallout 4 is
Fallout 4 is great. It would have been better if they had. No.
Take away choice and make all the endings the same. But yeah, sure.
Well, I don't give a shit about that. Who plays a Bethesda game for the main story? Okay, like
I like the fact in New Vegas I can choose the side of Mr. House.
That was literally the only reason I played New Vegas. What?
You guys are fucking retarded.
I liked it. No, I liked it in New Vegas where I was able to choose the side of Mr. House.
But no,
or
the
California Republic.
The combat system and everything surrounding it was way fucking better in 4 than 3.
But story and even
okay,
weapons.
So that's okay. That's the thing. If they had made Fallout 3 in the Fallout 4 engine, combat system, and all that, that would have been an amazing game.
Okay, now
fair enough, but it's just I never really got into Fallout 3 because it came out when I was so young, so I was like, oh my god, this is too deep for me. I was a dumb kid.
I own Fallout 3. I haven't beat it yet because I just don't like it.
So here's the thing: Fallout 3 is so outdated now, so I don't think you could. New Vegas is
Blue.
So good. Might be the only exception.
Let go get talk.
Okay, now when I say it's bad, I'm not saying the combat and all that's bad. It's a game that sells itself as an RPG, and it fails as an RPG.
No, it doesn't.
New Vegas didn't.
It doesn't have the story that an RPG should have. It's not. An RPG should let you get into the part of the character you're playing. You can't really get into the part of the character you're playing if there's no story really.
One, I think there's enough of a story. 2, I think it's perfectly the way you get into the character is by choosing how your character acts, and that's the whole point of like the Fallout or Elder Scrolls games, is that it's a different kind of what do they call that where you put yourself in the character's
roleplay?
That's not the right word, but it's close enough. It's a different kind. Okay, so like Final Fantasy VII or any game like that, you role play by inserting yourself and saying, okay, I'm Cloud, right? But it's the story, the plot, and all that takes you and the character through and helps you identify with the character. Okay, but the Elder Scrolls and Fallout games do the opposite. They lay everything out in front of you, and the way you role play and put yourself in the character's position is by acting the way that you want the character to act. So if you want to be a hero, you go around and you save everybody you can.
Or if you do that in Fallout 4.
Yeah, you could.
In Fallout 4, it couldn't be a villain. I couldn't choose to just be abandoned and murder people for no reason. I couldn't kill certain characters because quest NPCs.
Everybody other than the quest NPCs you could, though.
Yeah, and also I felt no impact in the world. Like, for example, like let's say if I went to an entire town and killed every single fucker in there, every single fucker. No one, like, there would be no rumors like, yo, this guy, he's wanted, watch out, he killed everyone in this town like an asshole. Be careful and shit. I felt like it meant nothing whenever you did.
Was Fallout like that before?
No, not really.
New Vegas it was. New Vegas was different. New Vegas, my actions didn't
matter. I know it wasn't like that in 3, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't like that in 1 or 2 either.
And New Vegas.
1 or 2 wasn't.
I don't care about New Vegas. New Vegas is an aberration.
Bethesda Fallout, not Fallout in general. Bethesda Fallout. So
Bethesda
3,
Fallout, that's
4,
3 and 4.
and 76.
Yeah, and 76 doesn't have a story, so no,
it has a story.
It doesn't.
Kinda.
It does. It has a loose story.
It has a story if you read holotapes, but why are you gonna? But there's no push talk feature, so you'll be like listening to a holotape, and you'll have some kid walk next to you, and then his mom will scream, "Clean your fucking room, Gerald."
Thought they were adding push to talk.
Well, in Angry Joe's review, he said when he was playing it, there was no push talk, so he would just hear the stupidest
just
shit.
Mute everybody.
He'd someone would walk near him, and you'd hear this kid, like this guy's mom was screaming like, "Clean your fucking room," and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, well, anyway.
Sucks for
Even
him.
in the character creation screen, you heard people talking to you.
Pete.
Yep.
I agree with you there, but to me, an RPG game isn't just an RPG game is part of the story as well. It's not just okay, you're this character. This is you can roleplay as that character. No, you can roleplay as a character in any game. It doesn't matter what game. Like, say you're playing Siege, for example. I'm using Siege as an example because it's on my screen right now.
It's a PvP game, so it might be a bad choice.
I'm Terrorist Hunt. Fuck off. You could say you're playing as, you know, fucking. We go to the office for some Sledge. And you could roleplay, quote unquote, as Sledge, do a voice and all that fun shit. It doesn't matter what game. You can always find some roleplay elements if you look hard enough.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I catch you role-playing as Sledge and Siege,
I'm not going to. I'm using it as an example because it's on my screen. So, to me, a role-playing game isn't just.
Okay, but fair enough. What are the elements of roleplay that are missing then?
Story.
It's got a story.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up about the story.
It's got a story.
For one thing, no, we're ending this for once and for all. Okay, for one thing, it has a main story. Yes, the main story.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You can't say it's uninteresting because it's not. It is interesting. It was just poorly laid out.
Yeah, that's my.
Fallout 3's story was much better laid out because there was plausible. It didn't hurt your what's the phrase? Suspension of disbelief. It did not hurt your suspension of disbelief to pause looking for your father to go do a side quest. It does hurt your suspension of disbelief to pause looking for your son to go on a side quest. Fair enough. But you can't say that it doesn't have a story, and you can't say that the story was uninteresting because it was actually pretty interesting. No, I'm not talking about
like a big story. I feel like they should have made the campaign more focused on Nick Valentine.
Well, yes, I believe they should have. But the side quest material was fucking grade A quality. There were so many good side quests.
The Valentine quest is probably like my favorite one.
Fucking awesome.
My only issue with it is how, like, the story was interesting. I agree there. The story was interesting. It's how they did it, like you said. It's how it's laid out.
Well, that's fair enough. I get the Rags critique where they.
I don't fucking care about that.
I don't really either, but he made a decent enough point where the RPG elements are somewhat dumbed
down.
Somewhat, yeah. And okay, fair enough. Kinda. I mean, it's not like. Yeah. Here's the thing: you can't make a game like Fallout as a shooter.
Oh, I agree.
You just can't. You are gonna have to dumb down some of the RPG mechanics in order to make a game like Fallout into a shooter. It's the same thing. Like this is why Dungeons and Dragons didn't get a decent video game adaptation besides the isometric view, pausable tactical ones. Like they didn't have.
I really want to play one of those.
They didn't have an actual action game adaptation until like Neverwinter Nights and Dungeons and Dragons Online, because it is just so fucking difficult to take all of the rules in, say, like D&D Advanced or 3rd Edition and translate that into a video game. Well, but that's the thing. That's what you have to do. Like, because, oh my god, if you go through the DM manual and the character book for like D&D 3rd Edition, there are so many fucking rules and so many different circumstances and skills and fucking ability checks. You could not do that in a video game. It's too much.
Like, I've looked through the fucking handbook and all that shit, and it gave me a headache, and I fucking...
Yeah, and that's the thing. With tabletop, it doesn't really matter, because you only need to know the rules that you actually use. So if you don't have anybody that likes to use grapple, you don't have to know anything about the whole grappling system. And, that's how it goes for 90% of it. The people you play with, they each will use a small subset of the total rules that are in the game, and you just become comfortable with the ones that they use, and you don't have to worry about all the rest of them. But in a video game, fuck, man, you got to program all that shit. Yeah, it's just fucking nonsense. So, yes, they did dumb down... Especially comparing Fallout, although that's the thing, Fallout 3 was dumbed down too. It just was. Yeah, that's the thing. the difference between
because it's an isometric game to a first-person game.
Well, and that's the difference between Fallout 1 or 2 and Fallout 3 is bigger than the difference between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, which is why I don't care that they dumbed down the skills and all that. Oh man, yeah, I don't want to get into like because I watched a bunch of videos on Fallout 4. Rags, Top Hats, and a bunch of others, and like they all had fair criticisms, but like Top Hats was going into like how he didn't like the skills and stuff because
fucking grow the fuck up. It's a fucking video game.
Well,
every game has different skills.
Well, no, he was saying he didn't like them because too many of them were, and I can't remember what he called them, but the base
were focused on do more damage, stuff like that.
Well, and iterative, right? So it'll be like 5, then 10, then 20% or whatever. And I was just like thinking, like, wait a minute, dude, did you actually go through those skills? Because like, take the rifle skill, right? There's a skill for each like major class of firearms. The first point in rifle skill, yeah, you just get like 10% more damage or whatever it is. But the second point gets you 20%. Plus, it pierces armor, and then the third one gets you 30%. Plus, it pierces armor. Plus, and then they add another like little bonus to it. And so I was like, wait a minute, that's not anything close to just iterative skills where all they do is just increase a damage number or a health figure or whatever it is by an incremental amount each time. Like there was actually really good, like a really good selection of different abilities that the skills eventually led to, and shit like that.
Maybe he meant like specializing, like how like you can't like you can just invest like you can use like let's say if you play the entire game using like rifles, but then like you're like I invested all my points in a shotgun. Instead of like let's say if you play with rifles and you use all that, you get skills and you get better with rifles, and and it's not like a skill sheet type thing. You improve and use a weapon class more. Maybe that's what he meant because I remember that was.
I don't think so because he was talking specifically about individual skills and not. Maybe he would have preferred that if there was a rifle skill tree and a pistol skill tree, I guess. But what is it? Does it really matter if it's in the form of a skill tree or not?
I guess it's more of a choice, and it's like it makes the game play to more your play style than you being like, oh shit, I accidentally invested points into something I didn't want. I guess I have to use this stuff now because I don't want to use it.
Can I?
And also power armor. Power armor is fuck. I think it's best to stop talking about this. I'm a dick.
Yeah. Let me say. So, coming from New Vegas, being that it was also my first Fallout game, and I went back and I played 3 and I played 4. I honestly think New Vegas is my favorite. And the reason for that is the fact that yes, the gunplay isn't actually all that good.
That's Fallout 3 gunplay isn't good either, so.
Well, but wait a second. Does Fallout New Vegas use the Fallout 3 style where even if you're aiming at them, it's still a percentage to hit? Or is it... Okay.
Yes and no. See, the thing I don't like about Fallout 4 is in New Vegas, if I wanted to, I could talk my way out of fighting people. I could use my words and my skill tree to actually stop fights from even happening before they fucking happened if I knew what I was doing. In Fallout 4, it feels like every single quest to me was go to this place, shoot some people. There was no variety in it, I felt. And that's kind of the problem that I had with it, is that it felt like I was doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, and that's why I didn't enjoy it.
I could maybe see that, I guess.
I mean, that's why the Valentine quests were so good, because the Valentine quests weren't about just walking to a room and shoot everything up.
Well, that's why I liked New Vegas. It was wacky, and that's why I liked New Vegas and 3. They were both really wacky and weird, and I love that alien Easter egg that they carry over so many fucking times. And I'm glad that it's in Fallout 4. But...
What, the little alien toys you can find?
No, the alien shipping crashed.
The alien ship that crashes, and then you can get a gun from it that's
like... right.
That shit.
The Zeta gun or whatever they call it.
Yeah. I love that shit. It's just... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like... Good?
And Deathclaws felt weak, and power armor was way too easy to get.
Well...
Power armor feels like more of an end game.
No.
Should be more end game than just, you get it.
It's easy to get, but it's hard to keep it going, though.
If Vehicles are not hard to come by.
They are in the beginning.
Yeah, they are in the beginning to a degree. If you know what you're doing, the game isn't hard. It doesn't take any sort of real skill, really. You just kind of run around and go find the shit and yeet.
But I mean, you could say that about any game, though.
Yeah, true. That's why I'm not saying about Fallout 4.
Yeah, I
just
mean,
feel like
they could
Power
have
Armor should-
they could have tweaked how power armor works a little bit. Man,
and you get it.
I don't know. No, see, I don't mind that you get it in the beginning as long as it's hard to. Like, the whole point was that you had access to it at any time, but it was a real sacrifice. Like, you only had so many fusion cells, so you couldn't just walk around with it all the time. You had to choose. You know, like, I would always fire it up for that quest where you have to go into the radiation sea or whatever.
Glowing sea.
Yeah, the
By
glowing
that
sea.
point, if you do the Brotherhood quest, you already have better power armor anyways. They could have
Well, sure,
waited
but
until more later in the game to get you power armor.
I mean, they could have, and it probably would have been fine. But
And the Death Claws, I feel like Death Claws should have been a lot harder to kill.
I'm gonna say something about that.
Because Death Claws in New Vegas, those fuckers were no joke.
Death Claws in New Vegas were, I'm gonna say it, brutally fucking easy. Why do I say that? Get yourself an anti-materia rifle, get yourself enough ammo to fucking, murder an entire family of 7, and sit up on the rocks. They can't fucking come to you because their AI is so broken.
To be fair, it's an old game.
It
But in
is an
Fallout
old game.
4, they're not even really a challenge in Fallout 4. Like, when I saw Death Claw, I was like, oh no, I wasn't like, oh shit, I might need a guy here. I was like, oh, alright, whatever.
then up the difficulty. Were you playing on the hardest difficulty?
Yes.
Okay,
You should
man.
always be
I
playing on
can't-
the hardest difficulty.
I
for
can't play
every
Fallout
single
4
game.
in normal. Fallout
Then
4 in
mod
normal
it.
mode is impossible.
Then mod it and increase. Like, there's super simple mods that increase like enemy health and decrease the amount of ammo you find and shit like that.
Also, that's another thing I find real weird. I have to mod it in when Bethesda should have thought about it. Hey, let's make Death Claws not just a joke of an enemy.
Well,
Look,
but that's an impossible calculation to make. How difficult do you make a specific enemy, or like even just the enemies on a whole? Like, there's no way. I prefer Bethesda's model because, and here's why. Okay, if you try and make a game that'll please everybody, it'll end up pleasing nobody. If you make it as hard as Dark Souls, then yeah, sure, the people who love Dark Souls are going to love it, but everybody else, and that's going to be the bigger group, they're going to hate it. So if, for a game like Fallout 4, if you make it trying to please more and more and more people, it's not going to work. You're going to have the opposite effect. But mods, on the other hand, don't, because each person can install and activate only the specific mods that they want. So allowing mods and letting the mod community fix some of the shortcomings of your game, you open it up to a wider audience without alienating the people who wouldn't like whatever changes are being made.
Fair enough, but
Because that's the thing. If they had made it so at Dark Souls difficulty, then fucking 90% of
Dark Souls difficulty.
Well, no, but
Death Claws to be melted like butter.
I don't know.
I think that the whole comment on, I shouldn't have to mod it in, Bethesda should have thought about it. Well, I agree with Pete. Yeah, it's an impossible calculation. If you go to playing a fucking Bethesda title without expecting to have to mod it, you're doing something wrong.
Well, anyway, because I
I
enjoyed.
feel like that's sort of like that's the same excuse as, oh, if the game's buggy and broken, it's Bethesda game, so it's a-okay.
Oh, okay. Man, you had to get into this. Okay, two things. One, if man,
Well, sorry, I'm back. By the way, if y'all were wondering where I went, I was trying to like, study for this physics test and shit. So yeah.
We didn't even notice.
Well, man, with
Yeah.
that,
Fuck you, pussy.
Basically, he's saying he wants to eat you.
One,
is this true?
it's silly because you can perfectly enjoy. I enjoyed Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3, and 4 all without mods before I modded them. So it's not like you can't enjoy them before they're modded. Mods just make them better.
Correct.
Second,
When you first play him, but if you play, as someone who played Skyrim with so many mods, I can't go back to vanilla Skyrim.
well, okay, fair enough, but that doesn't mean you couldn't enjoy it without
To be honest,
mods.
I probably couldn't.
Then
Because here's
it's
the
just
thing.
not. Then it's just not. Well, but here's the okay. So wait a second. You wouldn't enjoy it without mods, but you do enjoy it with mods.
Well, I miss all
Because
the.
So
because
then
the mods I installed, I'm not even talking about like graphic.
no,
mods, I'm talking
no,
about
hang
mods
on.
in the game. Like not like glitches. I mean like combat, inventory, stuff like that.
Fine.
That's what mods I mean.
Fine. You didn't enjoy it without the mods, but you do enjoy it with them. So
Yeah.
aren't you the perfect example of why that works?
I guess in a way, but I don't. The reason why the mod my Skyrim at especially at the UI is because the UI just felt like it was made for a controller, not a keyboard and mouse.
Oh, it's
So
'cause
I
it
feel like
was.
They should have had a separate UI.
Should have, but that's asking a lot from a game company these days.
To make a separate UI?
Do you know of any other games that make a separate Dude, Battlefield 3 and 4, no, 3 did. Battlefield 4, you couldn't even click the area for a spawn point. You had to actually click the icon because the whole UI was not made for a mouse.
That's true.
So this has been going on for forever, and I hate it, but you get used to it.
Hey, remember when Battlefield 4 had you boot up Google Chrome just to boot up the game?
Oh my god, Battlelog, man, fuck,
Hell yeah.
God.
But for consoles, it was fine apparently. Like consoles had their own UI.
It was just broken day one Battlefield 4, to be honest.
Oh yeah, Battlefield 4 was.
But they did fix it pretty quick. I will give them that.
They did fix it. So Battlefield 4 was good months later, just not when it first came out.
No, it was like weeks. It was like a week. It didn't take them but like a
How
week
long
or two before the biggest issues were resolved.
For some people, yeah. I can't believe it's already been for almost the first week before Christmas break. I'm pumped.
Oh, Christmas break. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, I don't have school,
I do know
so
Christmas is coming up, but Christmas break,
No,
don't
I'm
know.
just excited for
School.
Christmas. Really, I'm just excited for Christmas.
back when I was in high school, I was excited for Christmas break because I had 2 weeks off of school, and that was amazing.
Yeah, we still have 2 days or 2 weeks off of school. Yeah, bro, 2 days, gang gang.
2 week. I can't ask for 2 weeks off work, or they'll be like, "Fuck you, faggot."
But all the fuck?
Like I want a day off on Wednesday next week, but they might not allow it.
Oh, never mind.
That's gonna be terrible because it's gonna cut in with my Destiny grind time for Black Armory.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Come on, Blue. How dare you have an interest in a hobby that you put time and money to? So dumb. Am I right?
yeah, you shouldn't be fucking around with guitars.
Hey, you brought it about me now. That's fucked up. I didn't say anything.
I mean, here's the thing: Trism likes what he likes. If he likes guitars, it's a-okay.
Yeah, if he wants to be a faggot, there's nothing we can do to stop him.
Damn.
Shut up, dog.
Go gets right here, man.
Or what?
You had to say it right in front of Go Get, you bully Pete.
Yep. Yeah, but Go Get's a furry faggot, so.
He's like
Hey,
a special
You
kind
know,
of faggot.
That is.
Weird. I'm not gonna let people I honestly kind of use self-conscious, well not self-conscious, subconsciously do not like the fact that I have a bunch of guitars.
Then stop buying them.
See, when you say things like that, it kind of confirms it.
Keep buying guitars.
Oh, I am. I already have my eye on my next one.
By the time Chisholm's 20, instead of like his house being filled with they call people those collectors who just keep everything in their house. Chisholm's entire house is
Hoarders?
gonna be
You mean
guitars.
hoarders?
I call them collectors because I'm a bit of a hoarder and I don't want to insult myself.
Well,
Oh,
hoarders. They're hoarders. There's a difference. Hoarding is whenever you have useless shit. Collecting is different. Collecting is whenever you collect something very specific and something that interests you. Like, you can collect fucking postcards. Still, it's specific and something you choose to collect. Hoarding is when you just don't throw things away because you think you have another use for them.
Sort of how I feel with all my posters I have from Loot Crate. I'm like, I don't want to do throw these away. I need these for later. Because Loot Crate gives me like a new poster every month. At a certain point, I run out of room on my wall to put this shit on.
Well, the thing is for me, you know how whenever you buy a new computer part, knowing damn well you don't need a new one, like when you have like, I don't know, an i7 or something, 80 fucking whatever K, and then you're like, oh, the new Ryzen came out. I need to get this new Ryzen. You know you don't need it, but you want it. That's
Oh,
how
you
is
need
with
it.
guitar for me. No, you
Oh, you need it.
Verizon is something else, dude. So.
You don't though. Like that's like saying if you play guitar, you need a Les Paul. You don't really like. People would joke and say you do, but people really don't. And that's just
Yeah,
what
but
it is.
changing guitar isn't the same as a change in PC hardware, though.
Yes, it is.
Actually,
No, it's not.
It can be.
It can kinda, sorta.
I will give you a piece of shit Squire Strat.
No, wait a second. Okay, hang on. Jimi Hendrix can play the shit out of some shitty Fender Stratocaster, right? But I don't care how.
No, there's a difference between a Fender Stratocaster and a fucking Squire Strat.
Fine, a Squire Strat. Jimi Hendrix could still play the shit out of that guitar.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't care how good of a fucking esports player you are. If you're playing on an old fucking Celeron and, you know, a 15-year-old graphics card,
Celerons, Pete.
because they're shitty processors, like, you're not going to be able to play Siege on that no matter how good of a PC player you are.
What if you don't want to play Siege?
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter what the game is. If the hardware for the PC is not up to spec for the game you're trying to play, doesn't matter how good of a player you are. Whereas even a shitty guitar can still be played well by a good guitar player.
Yeah. But that wasn't my point. My point was you can have a really good computer, but there's still people out there who have really good computers and keep upgrading knowing that they don't need it. And that's the same feeling, getting a new CPU or new RAM or new whatever. That has the same feeling of getting a new guitar. Even though you don't need it, you still want it.
I like getting new graphics cards more, to be honest.
Yeah, like if you had what was your last graphics card?
1080.
Now, did you need a new graphics card?
Not really, but I'm like, I want a 1080 Ti because I got a 4K monitor, so I want to play games at 4K.
But there's an actual measurable difference in what both of those cards will do, even if you say you don't, quote, need that new graphics card. There's still a difference between them that you can measure. Whereas,
but you know the beauty part about guitar is whenever it comes to different tones and different feels, it's completely different from person to person depending on what you want. So you get kind of more options with it. It's not like, oh, I have this shitty card that does nothing compared to my new card. I mean, what are you going to do with it? You can sell it. But that kind of defeats the purpose of having it.
you're tripping. Twitter updated their TOS to prohibit dead naming and misgendering.
Oh really? Hang on, I
What is
gotta
dead naming?
add to people.
Calling somebody
dead naming?
calling somebody by their birth name as opposed to the name they want to be called at. So if a trans woman
Yeah,
wants to be
it-
called Shirley instead of their real name of Jake, if you
Sorry.
call them
Listen
Jake,
here. Listen here, Pete. Oh, shit.
Don't call me Shirley,
Wait,
fucker.
okay.
What?
Can you make me another Twitter account?
No,
I don't
can't
have
shit.
I don't have a fucking. I don't have a fucking.
Can I rename
No.
my Twitter?
why do
name
you
to
need a
Your
new
Majesty?
Twitter account, Blue?
Because the podcast to listen to, I want to submit a question. That's why I need Twitter.
You name yourself to Your Majesty.
So
If
why
they call
why
you anything
why
other than
can't you
that.
just make your own Twitter account?
I
Dummy.
got my. Here's the thing. I can't use the same number. Alright, wait, go. Is it number or IP address? Because IP address, I can solve that. I have a VPN for that, but.
I don't think it's IP address.
No.
You don't need a phone number.
No, you do. You do. It locks you if you don't have one.
That's retarded. Don't
You
use
gotta-
Twitter, Lamau.
I just need it for submitting a
Your
question.
IP. Okay, Twitter blocks your IP after. Insta locks any Twitter account with your IP after your first ban.
With your IP?
Yeah,
or your phone number?
both.
Wow. Fuck them.
That's pretty dumb.
I
That's
can use
pretty
a mom's
stupid.
phone, it's fine. But IP, I'm pretty sure I have a VPN, so I can fix that.
Damn,
Yeah,
bro,
but
relying on your
you
mom
still might
like
get
that.
insta-log.
Wow.
So, here's this Megan Murphy, and I think she's a feminist. Let's see if
Imagine my shock.
she's got like a, I don't know. Twitter trans activist decree. On November 15th, I woke up to find my Twitter account locked on an account of what the company described as, quote, hateful conduct. In order to regain access, I was made to delete 2 tweets from October. Fair enough, you might think. Concern about the tone of discourse on social media has been widespread for years. Certainly, many have argued that Twitter officials should be doing more to discourage the vitriol and violent threats that have become commonplace on their platform. In this case, however, the notion that my commentary would be construed as hateful baffled me. One tweet read simply, "Men aren't women," and the other asked, "How are trans women not men? What is the difference between a man and a trans woman?" That last question is one I've asked countless times, including in public speeches, and I have yet to get a persuasive answer. I ask these questions not to spread hate, because I do not hate trans-identified individuals, but rather to... Man, ironic how her argument is now the exact same arguments that have been made by anti-SJW people and whatever the fuck, all the fucking YouTube people who have been saying, yeah, this stuff is bullshit for a long time now. And it's always, I don't hate trans or black or lesbians or whatever it is, but, and then whatever their argument is. Yeah. But rather to make sense of arguments made by activists within that community. Instead of answering such questions, however, these same activists insist that the act of simply asking them is evidence of hatred. The statement that men aren't women would have been seen as banal, indeed tautological, just a few years ago. Today it's considered heresy, akin to terrorist speech that seeks to deny the humanity of trans people who very much wish they could change sex but cannot. These heretics are smeared as TERF, a pejorative term that stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist, and blacklisted. On many Twitter threads, the term is more or less synonymous with Nazi. Really? You don't say? How about that? People using terms, and it's more or less synonymous with Nazi. Huh. God, imagine my shock.
I can imagine my shock there.
Earlier this year... What, right?
Can somebody recommend me some cheap DDR4?
Yeah, give me a while and I can.
Alright.
Earlier this year, Tyler Coates, an editor at the apparently respectable Esquire magazine, tweeted, "Fuck TERFs," and promptly got retweeted more than 1,000 times. In many progressive corners of academic and online life, it is now taken as... Can't? That can't be right. It is now taken as that anyone who rejects... Man, I don't know what the word they're trying to use there. That anyone...
Show me it, and I was trying to figure it out.
In many progressive corners of academic and online life, it is now taken as cant that anyone who rejects transgender ideology may be targeted with the most juvenile and vicious of attacks. Taken as commonplace, taken as... that's not the right word there. Punch TERFs and Nazis has become a common Twitter tagline, as is the demand that TERFs be, quote, sent to the gulag. Oh my god. Dude, the irony in this. The fucking irony. I can't even, man. I can't even.
Should they build that camp in Siberia?
Oh my god. Like, yes, bitch.
Should we start building in Siberia now?
People have been fucking saying shit exactly like this for the last fucking 4 or 5 years, and you all kept saying that, oh, you're just Nazis that are trying to defend blah 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 or whatever the fuck. Now all of a sudden it's you who's going to be sent to the gulag, and oh boy.
And she goes down like every other commie by her own fellow commies.
This latter suggestion was earnestly defended in a thread authored by students who run the official Twitter account of the LGBTQ plus society at hey, that's not inclusive, society at British University. The authors went on to say that the Gulag model would in fact comprise a comprise, quote, a compassionate, non-violent course of action, unquote.
Non-violent. You know, working at camp in Siberia, being worked to
Sending
death,
people to the
being
gulag
cold,
is a non-violent course of action. God. To
being
deal...
left in the cold, nothing wrong with that. You know, working at hard camp Siberia,
God,
and
this
being
is really...
starved to death.
This really is how
Loving
these
that shit.
fucking idiots think, isn't it? Like, it's totally non-violent if you send other people to do the violence for you. Like, it doesn't matter if you send jackboots to somebody's house to drag them out of bed in the middle of the night and send them to Siberia to work until they're frozen to death or starve. That's
Which that's what happened to all
non-violent.
the workers there.
To deal with TERFs and anti-trans bigots who must be re-educated. In other cases, attacks on TERFs take the form of taunts that one might hear in middle school. Last August, for instance, The Cut published a lengthy investigation into, quote, TERF bangs. The author, Amanda Arnold, claimed to be interested in how short, chunky bangs came to be wrongly associated with TERFs. But of course, the whole thing was a thinly veiled attempt to provoke catty disparagement of women who don't toe the party line on gender mysticism. And while The Cut...
I'm ahead.
See
Yeah,
the
I'm ahead
turn
out of
on
here.
each other, it's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out of here.
Fuck are you leaving, Trism?
See you,
Is
Chisholm.
it late?
Punk ass
Tristan,
Yeah.
bitch.
I need your help.
It's
What the
10
fuck?
p.m. It's not late.
I know. It's fucking
It is when
early.
you gotta wake up at 5, when you gotta wake up at 5 in the morning.
Okay, to show you when we got on thought.
Love you.
Alright. Basically, they're turning on each other.
Alright, bye.
It's absolutely amazing. Like if they all had the nuke button, they would nuke each other. That's the
Oh
funny
my
thing.
god.
Bro, where the fuck my DDR4 though? Ooh.
Talk chat, fuck you.
No, like P continue. This article's amazing.
It is, though, isn't it? In March, the San Francisco Public Library hosted an art exhibit featuring the work of Scout Tran, founder of the Degenderettes. Jesus. A trans activist group that has taken to showing up at LGBT, that's not inclusive, and women's events with baseball bats and mock bloody t-shirts festooned with the
What?
words, "I punch TERFs." This is considered very, very edgy and progressive in the avant-garde scene. One trans exhibit included a display of these gore-themed shirts alongside baseball bats and axes, painted pink and blue, in case there was any
Someone's gonna
doubt
bring guns.
that these are intended to be viewed as weapons brandished in the prosecution of a culture war. Some of the bats were wrapped in barbed wire, presumably as a threatening means to turn a regular old woman beating into a maiming or even murder. Why do you assume it would be a woman? Why can't guys get beat up too? While it might comfort some to view these threats as performative or theatrical, that isn't always the case. Okay, which is it? Are these threats? In which case, kill all men tweeted on Twitter is a threat, or is kill all men? They don't call it irony. What do they call it? Satire. In which case, this shit's the same stuff. Which is it? On May 29th, a lesbian named Taylor Furry was beat up outside the Gray Fox Pub, a gay bar in St. Louis, Missouri. Her attackers were queer-identified women who had accused Furry of being a TERF.
What the fuck is?
Oh.
Okay. Can somebody explain to me what the fuck a TERF is?
Trans exclusionary radical feminist. They're feminists who don't like trans men or
Christian
Men-
Hostile, basically.
men who identify they don't like the idea that a man can just say I'm a woman and then identify as a woman and everybody's supposed to treat them as a woman.
But don't they do the same shit? What? Hold on.
I mean,
Look, I'm not just saying that my favorite color is crayon, but this is retarded.
in April, a trans-identified biological male who goes by the name Tara Wolf was convicted of assault after beating 60-year-old Maria McLaughlin, who had gathered with other women at Speaker's Corner in London's Hyde Park to discuss mooted gender identity legislation. Prior to the gathering, this champion of progressive ideals had posted on Facebook asking where the event would be taking place, as the assailant wanted to, quote, fuck some TERFs up. At this year's Pride March in Montreal, biological males who identify as women led the parade, carrying a banner reading, "Trans women first, never again last." One participant carried a sign with the words, "Begone, TERF."
Wow, they're stealing from the anti-SJW people. Holy shit! Like, can they come up with anything on their own?
Begone, TERF.
Be gone!
Oh, if she breathes, she's a TERF.
From us. You need to get mad at me. They're stealing from us now.
Oh, dude, please let that "if she breathes, she's a turf" thing be gone.
Oh my god.
She bleeds.
Oh. As if he were summoning his mystical powers to cast a hex on we turfy witches. At dyke marches, lesbians who expressed reservations about making themselves sexually available to suitors who just happen to have penises are now commonly screamed at. Well, maybe you shouldn't have told white guys who don't like fucking black women that they had to. In San Francisco, which one might assume to be a hotspot for lesbian pride, a group of women carrying signs that read, "Proud to be lesbian, lesbian visibility, and lesbian not queer," were harassed and bullied. Feminist historian Max Dashu, who was in attendance, said she and the other old lesbians were surrounded by young queers who pushed them and chanted, "TERFs go home." On Facebook she wrote, "I've been to many marches, including dangerous ones, but this was the most vicious episode I have ever experienced ever in my life." Yeah.
Episode 2.
It's almost as if it's not just men who are violent.
It's almost as if women are actually more violent or something.
It's almost if you tell dudes who can, they can become women just to, take advantage of a couple things, they're gonna do it.
As a result of Dashu attending the march alongside these heretic women, she was disinvited as a speaker, most ironically, from a group called the Modern Witches Confluence. With Jesus Christ, that's actually a fucking group. When it comes to the,
Can we bring back?
Go ahead.
I was like, yeah, at this point, I know this might be like really backwards, but at the point we're going backwards, can we just bring back witch burnings?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Take care of this.
Jesus
Can we
Christ.
just, like, burn people at the stake and shit? Sorry, go ahead.
Jesus, this thing just keeps going.
Keep going, keep
It
going,
just
keep
keeps
going.
going.
I'm not reading this whole fucking thing, dude. There's like
No,
4 more
it's okay.
pages.
Okay, let's read 4 more
Jesus.
pages then.
It's like when you're fucking a chick, it just keeps going deeper and deeper. There's layers to it. There's ogres.
There's ogres to it.
It's like an onion. Never mind, that's good knowledge. It's like an onion. There's so many layers.
Yeah, and it smells bad.
Exactly. It's like rice. It smells like shit.
Can I take showers, you dirty fuck?
In September, the Times of London learned that Natasha Kennedy, also known as Mark Helen, a researcher at the University of London, had created and circulated a list of academics guilty of failing to subscribe to transgender ideology. According to the newspaper, members of the closed Facebook group Trans Rights UK, through which the list was compiled, plotted to accuse non-compliant professors of hate crime to try and have them ousted from their jobs, and targeted a number of university departments because they employed academics who questioned gender identity dogma. Members of the group, for example, determined that the philosophy department of the University of Sussex was an unsafe environment because Professor Kathleen Stock had challenged the notion that men could be lesbians. One member of the group reportedly urged, "File a hate crime report against her and then the chairman and vice chair. Drag them over the fucking coals." Such tactics...
That's why hate crimes are bad.
Such tactics may sound hysterical and far-fetched. No, they really don't. No. People have been complaining about this for years now, and you only care because now it's your specific group being targeted. Like, I swear to God, how many times could I fucking say, first they came for the whatever the fuck, and then when they came for me...
Came for us, now they're coming for you.
Dude, how many times could I fucking say that? And every time I did on fucking Facebook or wherever, "Oh, you're just being hyperbolic, like you're being totally ridiculous. That's just nonsense." Fucking.
First they came for the Jews, and they came for the rest of you.
But they have proven successful in some cases, as I can attest. Last week was not the first time Twitter punished me for criticizing body-mind trans mysticism. Oh, I love that phrase. I was subjected to multiple suspensions when I noted that a trans-identified biological male and dominatrix in Vancouver who goes by the BDSM name
Did you
Haley
say dominatrix?
Yeah.
What the fuck's that?
Haley Heartless. That's a female who dresses in leather and likes whipping dudes. Is actually the same person who led efforts to have a Vancouver rape crisis center and transition house blacklisted and defunded at a 2016 labor union conference, after which this feminist hero was brought on as a speaker at the 2018 Vancouver Women's March.
It's a joke, just like the rest of Canada.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm totally not reading all this.
See, it just has layers, doesn't it?
It does, though.
It just keeps going deeper and deeper, and it's scary as fuck.
It does.
It's kind of funny. Like, it's kind of funny to think about. Now they sort of realize maybe we can all finally unite now.
No. Don't say maybe we can all finally unite.
Hey, man, I'm perfectly willing to let SJWs into the fold if they will stop their fuckery and admit that they were all being retarded and agree to kill commies in the streets.
I remember I was watching a video where this guy was saying the SJW movement is just a communist revolution in disguise. I always thought that was kind of a joke at first.
Yeah,
now
no.
It sort of seems like real.
Kiru!
Rex.
Oh,
Kiru.
no.
What's good?
How many dinosaurs have you eaten today?
How many what?
Dinosaurs have you eaten today? Since you're a T-Rex.
I was gonna say how many men, but you know, that works too.
It was like I totally did just get done chewing at a dude. So I was like, I guess it's time to switch over to game talk now.
I mean, that's close enough.
Basically, we heard it.
Anyway,
How you been?
How you doing?
I broke a toe.
Ow.
Good. Nice.
Yeah.
You get time off work?
No.
Aw. Not enough? Should've just said fuck it, broke the whole foot.
I didn't
What
hurt
the
it at
fuck?
work. I don't know what I did. But hi, what I miss? I haven't
You
heard
missed-
from any of
you
you
missed
for a
me.
while.
This,
You missed me getting baked.
oh god, yes you did. Man, you were on too. I either added you or messaged you. But you logged off right after that. Man, God, I'm so pissed
When?
it was like a week ago? Was it
The
last?
last message I got from you was on 11:09.
It was 2 weeks ago. Basically, I got super high.
Or I might have just added you in the chat then.
Here's the thing. I smoked so much weed that I couldn't even recall how much I smoked.
And I missed that.
Oh, it was hilarious. I wanted to stream it, but it would have been forever. And I don't know if I could do that to Blue.
I could. Let's do it.
Oh, I was like, why didn't you? Like, you should have.
Like you should have
I have it
heard.
on the internet.
You should have heard the stupid shit that this guy was saying.
The worst thing was, I was nice to go get. That was the worst thing. I was nice to go get.
You were offering to buy people like several $1,000s worth of stuff.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that was a funny night.
You missed a lot.
Have you done anything besides working, Kiro?
No, I'm mostly just working and being very cold. It's very, very cold in Florida right now, and I can't tolerate it.
Cold sucks.
How are the alligators over there?
Alive.
It's winter, bro. They're hibernating.
Yo, can you ban this kid?
I'm
In
like,
the NSFW chat, this kid literally posted at a beheading.
Sure.
Only on Sundays?
No, because that's one of the rules, is it not? No gore?
What counts?
If I
What
wanna
counts
watch
as gore,
you
though?
die, I can do that one.
It's a fucking beheading!
Okay, so does a beheading does a game where you can get your head shot off or chopped off?
No,
Does that
no,
count?
It's not. It's real life gore. Like, it's a dude actually getting fucking beheaded in the streets.
I know. I saw it.
Yeah, I've seen worse. I've seen people get blown to shreds by fucking AC-130s, so...
Well, that's why I'm asking.
I mean, it's up to Pete.
You're
You're
talking to the guy who probably cares the least about any of that kind of shit.
Kira, will you do it? I was asking you.
You don't have to ban him. I'd just say just delete the If anything,
Where?
I would say delete the thing and just tell them don't post shit like that again.
Where? Oh, that. Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's two girls making out, and then it just goes to a fucking beheading.
Oh my god. Okay. So I was on Facebook the other day, right? And there was a image, and it was some anime chick, or it might have even been a real chick. Doesn't matter. And you could only see like her cleavage, but it was clear that she didn't have a top on, right? And so you click on it, and it was actually a picture of the chick, right? And all through the comments, the first thing I thought too, all through the comments were people like, is it bad that I totally thought that it wasn't going to be like the full picture and it was just going to have the picture of Jesus on the bottom with the, I'm disappointed in you? Have we really gone full circle that it's actually surprising that it's just a plain porn picture instead of something like that anymore?
Yeah. Maybe.
That's subverting expectations now.
I mean, Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson, take notes, bruh. That's how you subvert expectations.
Anyways, Kiro, you should. I got anime you gotta watch. Okay. Kiro.
Oh, I'm messaging this dude. All right, we're good. What?
Kiro, watch. Have you ever heard of Goblin Slayer?
Yes.
Oh,
Watch it. It's really good. And read the manga too if you really want. There's only 8 episodes right now, and it's really good.
I'm behind on. So.
It's
fucking
only 8
much.
episodes. Shouldn't be that bad.
I know, but in general, I'm behind on a lot.
Oh, and you like Cowboy Bebop, right?
I
Here.
mean, I have a tattoo of the swordfish.
All right, time to ruin your dreams. They're making a live action Cowboy Bebop.
I
right?
know they are. I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh, there's already articles saying they better not whitewash Cowboy Bebop.
Well, you know what? They actually did a somewhat decent job with Full Metal Alchemist. As long
I'm
as
sorry,
they
what?
don't. As long as they don't pull a Death Note.
No, the Full Metal Alchemist and live adaptation is terrible. Literally terrible.
Damn.
It's not great, but it's not like I want to claw my eyeballs out.
Death Note made me want to fucking. I was on suicide watch after I watched that. Live action.
What about Bleach? Has anybody watched the Bleach live action movie?
I did watch the Bleach one, and it wasn't as horrific as I was expecting either.
Yeah, I think they need to stop this trend because this just live action remakes of animes just doesn't work.
They're trying to destroy anime. They're like, God damn, people like anime. They don't want to watch our dumb shit. Let's ruin anime next. Especially the greatest anime ever, which is coming out, High Guardian Spice. Best
Oh
anime
Jesus!
I'm gonna fucking bite your dick off, dude.
Dude, it's best anime.
Why would his dick be anywhere near your
Just
mouth in
left.
the first place? Oh, go get.
So that left. Oh, why? Rude.
I didn't just accidentally disconnect. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, darn.
Yeah, your eyes are lying to you.
Why is it so cold? Oh my god, I need to go get my
Because
blanket
it's
in the
south.
living room.
Well, you see, you can easily fix that, Kara. Just, don't be cold.
I'm, born of the hellfire. I can't tolerate anything less than 75 degrees.
Well, then talk shit.
be
Welcome
cold.
to cold.
Oh, speaking of obnoxious hellfire, it sounds like California is going to be happening maybe end of July. There is a prospect for end of July. Not July, January. That other J month.
That's a
I
pretty
mean-
big difference.
I am
That's like
really
6
tired
months.
Right now.
July, January's.
I mean,
Yeah,
if-
whatever.
If California
I'm
burns,
tired. It's midnight.
Listen. if California burns, who's gonna miss it?
Ugh.
Not
I
the
mean-
Californians, Limo.
I was like, I'll be living there. So
Yeah, but it's SoCal. There's
Yeah,
there's
but
nothing to
it's
burn down
fine.
there.
I mean, there's nothing really worthwhile in California. We just need to get Pete out of there. Other than that, good.
No, dude, no, I can't run, bruh. I can't run.
So you're gonna stay at the fire when California burns. You're gonna be like, I am the fire, and jump into the fire.
Something like that. What
I
what do
mean,
you
that's
what do
a
you
bad
guys?
city to go
No,
out.
here's the thing. What the fuck are you idiots gonna do when the communists rise up in California, man? Somebody's got to be here to fucking shoot them.
Everyone in Texas who has a right sense of mind.
They're too far away.
Yeah, bro, I got a gat. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, you need me out here. I'll be the one lone voice of reason standing on top of the hill.
Pete's gonna install like a microphone in his neighborhood, and all the commies gonna run his neighborhood. And he's gonna scream target practice, gun them all down.
Oh my lord.
So in other news of horrible ironies that we warned people about, but they didn't want to listen, Call Me by Your Name joins an illustrious list of great films censored in China.
Are you surprised though?
Oh, I'm not surprised, but these guys apparently
I love
are.
Call Me by Your Name.
What
How?
exactly
Tell me
is
how.
Call Me by Your Name?
Because it's
Explain.
Army Hammer. Anything with Army Hammer, I love it.
Jesus Christ! So Army Hammer can like be in like a shitty like a movie that's about like a turd, and you'd still like it.
I'd
Yeah.
still watch it just for him. I drove 3 hours
Do you want
to
to fuck
go
the guy or something like that?
go see Call Me by Your Name because it hadn't released anywhere near my area, so I drove 3 hours to go see it while listening to the soundtrack of Man from Uncle, which he's in. Watched the
Could imagine
movie
it was
and
worth
drove
it,
back
though.
home. Oh, I really love driving, so like it
I
was
think
just
that just makes you double gay.
I'm so gay. Are you
I
kidding
heard
me?
the movie
Look
was-
at my choices. Look at you guys. Why would I not be gay?
Ow.
Yeah, right.
That's harsh.
I know.
Yeah, right. Fuck you mean?
You're challenging my manhood here.
What manhood?
Thank you.
Coming from you, that doesn't really hurt, Blue.
All I'm saying
Oh,
is
you
Pete
can
is the
bite
most
me.
manly man out of all of us.
Tiny blue testicles, just, you know.
Pete, I will beat you in a fucking arm wrestle.
I
right
like
now.
how you're not even blue balls. You're a single blue ball.
Well, he
Exactly.
was blue balls, but
I got
what
demoted.
yeah, what
I got
happened?
demoted.
Get kicked too hard or just get
I
cancer
had
or
an
something?
accident. It involved 2 hookers and a really angry European guy.
Sounds about right.
Basically, the dude, I was fucking like these 2 hookers. Turns out the father came in and was like, "You stupid fucking Greek fucking kicked me so hard in the nuts." Then one of my balls just were like, "Ooh, I'm out of your sheath," and just went all the way in my stomach. Basically, that happened. That's my story.
Call Me by Your Name, winner of this year's Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay, is the latest such film to be censored in China. The film was abruptly pulled from next month's Beijing International Film Festival, Reuters reported, after failing to earn approval by regulators. The news comes less than a week after the Chinese government voted to give control of the country's film industry to the propaganda wing of the Communist Party. It's almost like that's a bad thing.
It's really not surprising though.
Sounds like communism's bad. Almost like that.
It's not just
It's a really good movie though.
No, it's not.
It's not
I
just
like it.
it's not just homosexuality that China's propaganda department doesn't like. The country also has rules
It's
against.
the age difference, isn't it too?
Oh no, they're not talking about that. But the country also has rules against media depictions of drinking, religious extremism, and many types of violence. So the producers of Call Me by Your Name shouldn't feel too down. Getting kicked out of China is something of a badge of honor for American films. And there's a whole bunch of movies.
Out of China. That was a terrible movie.
But it's like,
You're a
I-
terrible movie.
By the way, Venom did horrible in the West, but Venom I think sold really well in China. Funny enough,
Venom.
I still haven't seen Venom.
I haven't
it's
either.
terrible.
To be
I heard
brutally
so.
honest, they cut 40 minutes of the movie just to meet that PG-13.
I mean, they should have made it rated R, what it's called, and had Venom like eating people alive on camera.
I just think it's hilarious that the same people who call for censorship in movies, video games, TV shows, whatever, are now saying that, oh, how horrible it is that this movie is getting censored in China.
It's almost like censorship is bad.
Right?
I don't know. It kind of slips my mind.
Well, I mean, have you seen Blue's movie choice?
Oh, the thought audit.
The thought it.
The thought it.
The thought it.
The what else has it been called? I mean,
Gamers getting the epic advantage.
Thought Patrol, obviously.
I love that Thought Patrol.
The thought slayers.
Basically, they're reporting cam girls to the IRS because they're thinking some of them didn't pay taxes, which some
Bro,
of them
I thought that was fake at first.
Dude, and they're getting paid for it, because if you report somebody to the IRS and they end up having to pay back taxes, you're entitled to 30% of that.
No, but that's only in the case that the taxes are above $2 million.
Really?
Yeah, Philip DeFranco went in depth about the whole how it works.
Well, maybe somebody who reports the thoughtiest thought of them all will. Maybe she'll have over $2 million, and then somebody will get a big payday.
The chicks on Snapchat, the ones who do like this, if you donate, you get a Snapchat exclusive. That money is going straight there. They're not giving it on taxes.
I just think it's hilarious.
Bro, it is fucking hilarious. You're kidding me? I went on Twitter after school, and I saw that, and I was like, yo, this can't be fucking real.
And the worst part is, or I should say the best part is, the reason that they're able to get away with it is because they use the send money to family and friends through PayPal, which doesn't report.
Business.
Because it counts as that counts as a gift. And so PayPal doesn't report it to the IRS or anything like that.
Really?
And doing that means that you are knowingly and willingly avoiding taxes. You can't claim it's an accident, because it's right there. There's only two options. It's either a gift from family and friends, or it's a standard payment, which is subject to tax and all that. So, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I have a feeling. And there's even a big warning on PayPal, too, because there is zero protection for any money sent through that option.
Any money meant for business sent through friends and family.
Well, because you can use PayPal to send money to friends and family as a gift. Fair enough, right? But they don't guarantee that money, because it's supposed to be a gift, not an actual transaction. So whereas PayPal will guarantee anything bought with them through the regular business transaction option, they do not.
Taxed and already done with.
But it's taxed and all that. But they don't guarantee through. Yeah, and there's a big ass warning when you select the payment type. There's a big warning right up top that says if you choose gift, you will not be covered under PayPal's buyer protection, because it's not meant to be an actual purchase.
And it's kind of suspicious also. Like if PayPal, like IRS sees your transactions on PayPal and they see, oh, you're getting $600, $700, $800,000 from PayPal from just friends and gifts. There's something going on. They'll investigate, because the IRS, you don't fuck with Uncle Sam. There you go.
They are the ultimate pimp. They will get their money.
They will get their money. Even if the Uncle Sam has to grab you, roll you in a flaming carpet, and burn your ass. They're Al Capone, but legal.
Yep. Hilarious.
It's kind of great, though, to watch a lot of them get in trouble with the IRS, though.
It's divine justice is what it is. There was a
guy, he smiled today.
Dude, simps and cucks, we're getting them as a bonus, too, because there was this Twitter post about this guy had just bought an Instagram lifetime subscription to some camho, and the day or two after he had done that, the girl had deleted all her Instagram and Twitter accounts because she had just been reported. I mean, I feel kind of bad for the guy, but it's like, dude, you spent $500 to some chick for nudes. Like, what?
Not exactly you deserve at that
You
point.
don't have Pornhub? Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
I mean, Tinder is a fucking app. Just use Tinder. You can literally get pussy easy on Tinder.
A 20-year-old student was sentenced to prison for lying about being raped by football players and rolls her eyes during sentencing.
Oof.
Wow, good. I hope they put her in a male prison. Oh, is that mean? Saying I hope they put her in male prison.
Well, it doesn't even have to be that. I just read 2 more stories about, quote, women, trans men, or okay, is a man who transitioned to a woman, is that a trans man or a trans woman?
Yes.
Right? Yeah, which one?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Whatever. Man transitioned to women. I read 2 more stories of men who had transitioned into women who had been put in a women's prison and then ended up sexually assaulting the inmates.
Well, yeah, because what's some skinny or fat chick gonna do when there's some dude basically pins her to the bed and rapes her? There's no prison like situation where if you're locked in a room, strongest person in the room is gonna fuck you like you're not. With a woman, it's not even a contest. You're gonna get fucked by that trans man.
But people were warned about this. Like, people warned about this when Target changed their bathroom policy.
Excuse me.
Bless you. And of course, as soon as like the week after Target changed their bathroom policy, there were guys with video cameras in the girls' bathroom. It's like, dude, we warned you about this shit fucking ages ago.
That's not the same thing.
It's a similar issue though.
Uh,
It's allowing
I'm
unlimited.
too tired to have
It's
this argument.
it's allowing unlimited access to things that are supposed to be restricted.
Boobs. Tell some dude, hey dude, just
There's
say
a
you're a woman and you
difference.
see some tits.
But there's a difference between like
Between the rules
There's
that should
difference
govern
between-
bathrooms and
between
prison?
There's a difference between someone who identifies as a different gender and someone who's a pedophile ass hat. Like,
Sure.
It's not the same thing.
Sure. But that's the whole point. It's like, that's why you don't just change the rules universally. But yeah, all bad, and this is just gonna keep getting worse.
Oh yeah, if you think that it's gonna slow down at all, you're fucking wrong.
I mean, Chelsea Manning did it. She was already, she, whatever, was all ready to be indicted for, oh God, what, desertion and treason or whatever.
Wasn't she a whistleblower or something like that? Like, what was that one?
No. She's the one that deserted, ended up getting caught by the enemy, and then Obama traded a whole bunch of Taliban for her.
They should have left her to dead.
Yeah, wait, why her? What?
Yeah, why her? That's a good question. But
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
yeah, that's what he traded like 9 or 11 or 15 high-ranking Taliban members for that one for Chelsea Manning.
Why?
Because it's Obama, and he had an excuse to screw the U.S., so he did it.
Thanks, Obama. That phrase is gonna stay on forever, isn't it?
Nope, thanks.
I still love that billboard with George Bush smiling. Miss me yet? Bunch of nonsense. Yeah, so Fallout 76, that was discounted to $35, and they're having trouble. Although Bethesda has put out a statement saying that they're committed to fixing and improving the game. So fair enough. Battlefield.
Fix day one.
Well, yeah. Battlefield 5 apparently has, in 5 days since launch, they have not sold half of what Battlefield 1 sold 3 days after launch.
And Battlefield 1 sold really bad too, didn't it?
It wasn't really bad, but it was definitely lower than previous titles. I think it's been steadily going down since Hardline.
4 sold really well, though.
3 and 4 sold really well. Hardline sold okay. Like, it wasn't bad or anything, but it didn't sell as well as 4. And then,
It wasn't that good.
yeah, I just didn't like the setting, like cops and robbers. Like, I just couldn't. Yeah, I just don't care. Like, it's Battlefield. I
played
want
this
Battlefields.
When I was a child. I'm done.
And then what was the other one too? There's another game that was Oh, call it Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 hasn't been selling really well either.
I thought it sold like
Why?
500
It's a
million,
good
something like
game.
that.
Did you seriously say 500 million?
I don't remember. I think that was the number I saw like randomly.
Half a billion? I think you mean like.
I don't know how.
I think you mean 5 million.
Maybe I don't know actually, because I remember. Fuck, this is so confusing. Because I remember seeing that number.
I don't think any game sold 500 million.
Oh no, the character I play in Paladins got nerfed.
Oh no. How horrible.
I'm hanging myself.
Okay. Bye.
Kiri's like gonna throw a party when you're gone.
See you on the other
Right,
side.
guys. Get a drink out.
Save me.
No, because that implies I care or really have any opinion. And it's not worth the energy.
Yeah, ain't worth the
Yes.
drink.
Damn.
Life to Kiri ain't worth the drink. Wow. Well, I'm
Yeah.
not worth the drink either, so.
It'd be that way sometimes.
You're just a child. Your life hasn't even begun. It's fine.
Kiri, you're like 30 years old. You think you're old? Are you insane?
There is this 19-year-old kid at work who keeps hitting on me, and I'm just like, boy.
He's trying to get his shit on with some older women. What?
I was like, you need to not.
Let
Yeah,
a
he
man
told-
get a nut.
Older
He
women are
told
great.
Me the other day, he told me the other day that my
See?
eyes were really
My girlfriend
beautiful.
gives me the thumbs up.
He's 19.
So what?
okay? 12
So what?
years.
Get your cradle rob on.
No, I'm good.
He's legal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
you'll get some
because
of that
something's
young.
legal doesn't necessarily mean that you should.
You'll get some of that young dick. I don't think you have a problem with that, don't you?
What, man?
Not the. Don't take that out of context, please. Too late. Fuck.
Yeah, I was like, you can't really see my judgmental stare, but I'm hoping that you can feel it regardless.
You know what I meant. So fight me.
Not playing that. Cool.
Anyways, tips for everything. Go get really bad siege.
Yeah, we know this.
That's not a tip, that's slander.
Slander.
That's not a tip, that's slander.
Slander. I saw it on CNN, so it has to be.
Yeah. Okay. It's gotta be right because it's on CNN.
Yeah, they're allowed to view it, but we're not because we're not the media.
Oh.
Dude,
Well,
I am actually bored out of my fucking.
I am Alex Jones.
I'm really tired out of my fucking mind.
Like, shut up. Peter.
Hi, tired, I'm
No.
doing
You all are a bunch of wusses, that's all I'm saying.
It'll be easier when I live there.
I mean, I'm doing this one last strike, and I'm gonna bounce out of here.
Fucking pussies.
Well, I got work in 6 hours. So
That's
I
no
think I might need to get
excuse.
some sleep.
Yeah, I've got work too.
Curiosaurus, do you actually have a job? That's
Yeah.
good.
I
No.
work at Victoria's Secret.
Oh, you do?
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How many hookers are there on average?
Like, none. No, there was definitely like 3 the other day.
Oh, okay, good.
But they were like money. They were the money hookers. They were the escorts.
Oh, so they're the hookers that.
That's high class
that
ass.
word.
That was some high. It was some high class ass.
Only,
And-
only people like DSP Gaming can afford a high class hooker like that.
And damn.
DSP.
Okay,
No.
they were all like 32 triple Ds. And I was
I-
like,
Yes, I will pretend like I understand exactly what the fuck that means.
Tig old
means
bitties.
They have a really
Big old
tiny.
ladies?
They have a really tiny rib cage and giant tits.
I mean, that's word.
It was weird.
How fine were they behind? Cause that's a key judgment in terms of character.
I mean, they were all small.
Oof.
You
They
know?
call me Thanos.
They weren't thick ladies.
Why? Because you destroy that ass?
Yeah.
This was fucking great. The
Women.
Richard Lewis. Apparently he got a interview request or something with or documentary request from Vice. Hi.
Y'all want to spray cranberry?
I agree with your assessment that my input would be useful to any matter relating to esports, as I'm someone with close to 15 years experience working in the industry. Unfortunately, I have absolutely no intention of ever collaborating with Vice Media in regards to anything. I doubt you're curious as to why, but I'll happily spell it out. Another one of your verticals, Waypoint, has consistently published smears about myself and my colleagues. This included insinuating I am a guilt by association racist after another Counter-Strike commentator who is not me used the N-word on stream, and falsely smearing Duncan Thorin Shields as a racist by, among other lies, incorrectly stating that he had retweeted Daily Stormer links when he had done no such thing. There has been no apology for any of these incidents, neither publicly or privately, and in fact I have been ignored when contacting your editors to discuss them. A broader issue is the continual misrepresentation of gamer culture by publications in the Vice portfolio. Given that the stigma surrounding gaming is one that continues to infiltrate the mainstream media, think the omnipresent discussion about, quote, what video games a school shooter played being part of the news cycle when such tragedies occur. I will never make time for anyone complicit in pushing these lies. Yes, like any online community, there are certainly some outliers that make the whole group look bad, but the nonsense I've read courtesy of your colleagues is so divorced from reality, I question the sanity and competency of the people writing it. Damn.
Dude, he's dropping straight bombs.
Right?
Pan him, guys. Come on.
Ooh, throwing shade.
L's of all time.
Top 10 biggest thoughts of all time.
And just in terms of my general sensibilities, there is something grotesque about the way your business wants to continually fling shit at the audience. It then hopes to court with content such as this.
Oh my god. Dude, who said that, please?
Richard Lewis.
Oh man, dude, I'd totally fuck him. I'm not gay, but he's won me over.
I'm sure there are many people that lack my principles that will bend over backwards for the 15 minutes of fame they believe you will provide them with. Not me, though. Esports is a big industry these days, and your publication and the wretched excuse for journalists it employs will never be gatekeepers of it.
What the fuck?
Oh, go gets dogs. Rather, people such
Okay,
as
you don't need
myself
to add.
get to slam the door in your face because we simply do not need the bullshit that comes with letting you in. You might be one of the good ones, my friend, but personally I can't wait for the day Vice goes bust and the jackals it employs find themselves begging for change. The same fate they have attempted to bestow on so many with their platform. Best of luck with your project.
Wait, did Vice report that or someone else?
No. This was on Richard Lewis posted this on Twitter. Oh, and yes, I am following his ass because that's just fucking
that's why
great.
I Twitter now, because this man's a legend. He literally told them fucking no.
Ian Miles Chong, absolutely savage.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the scariest fucking giggle that you could ever fucking do ever. It's pretty fucking spooky.
The problem is he's not wrong. The guy's not wrong, like at all. Anything he said there.
We like Fortnite.
Kill yourself.
Look, all I'm saying is that if a kid shows up to my house wearing a Fortnite costume next Halloween, I'm gonna Glock him. I don't give a fuck. This kid rolls up, Fortnite costume and all, he's getting blocked.
Oh, this was great. Did anybody watch the Sargon video on the Lord of the Rings being prejudiced against orcs?
Oh my god, what?
Yeah.
Nope, I haven't.
Wired.com put out a article. Is Lord of the Rings prejudiced against orcs?
You're joking, right?
No,
What?
I'm not. It's right here, dude. It's right here.
No. I refuse to believe that somebody is that stupid. That's
Right.
It's too no, there's no way.
Fantasy author Andy Duncan was inspired to write his story, Senator Bilbo, after noticing that the segregationist Senator Theodore Bilbo shares a name with Tolkien's Hobbit hero Bilbo Baggins. Senator Bilbo is this parody in which you have this racist demagogue stomping around the world of the halflings in a sort of desperate holding pattern to keep at bay all the change that is coming as a result of a change that is coming about as a result of what seems to have been the War of the Ring. Duncan says in episode 336 of the Geek's Guide to the Galaxy podcast. The story, which appears in Duncan's new collection, An Agent of Utopia, was also inspired by Michael Moorcock, who has criticized Tolkien for depicting creatures such as orcs, trolls, and goblins as intrinsically evil.
Well, because they are.
It's hard to miss the repeated notion in Tolkien that some races are just worse than others, or that some peoples are just worse than others. And this seems to me, in the long term, if you embrace this too much, it has dire consequences for yourself and for society.
Okay, I don't speak fucking idiot. Can somebody translate that?
Okay, this is where it gets so ludicrous, because yes, you can make the claim that depictions of orcs in a fantasy setting as them being evil is kinda, sorta prejudice, I guess. I mean,
If you're stupid, sure.
well, it's an argument that can be made, right? But the way they
Wait,
take
Just
it,
because a lot of arguments can be made doesn't necessarily.
well,
mean
it could be,
they should be.
you could put up a decent argument for it, right?
Okay.
But then they take it to, they take that dichotomy of, like, the hobbits and the humans are the good guys, and the orcs and the trolls and all that, those are all evil. And because they're different races, they then try to impose that over society and say, oh, they're making a corollary between white and black people, so that white people are the good guys and black people are the orcs and the trolls. And it's like,
So it wasn't like
What?
they weren't.
No, but aren't there like black characters in one of those?
but that doesn't matter because they're different races, and obviously they were trying to hide their racism or espouse their racism and make people assume that orcs are black people and the good guys are white people.
That kind of racist for them to assume.
It's super racist. That's the thing. It's the same thing as like saying, oh, that monkey with the vest on in Planet of the Apes, that was trying to make fun of some black guy who wears a vest, obviously because it's a black guy and a monkey. And it's like, well, wait a second. Nobody said that monkey looks like a black guy. You're the one saying that, you know, like
What's it called? Like self-reflection, is it called?
no, projection.
Projection.
Yeah.
that's what
Oh,
it
it's 100%.
projection?
It's 100% projection, dude. It's 100%.
I mean, that's the way I'm gonna interpret that because I didn't watch Planet of the Apes and I was like, oh man, those people with Negroes.
Well, that's the argument they make, right? They say some video or some movie or whatever, it'll have a monkey in it and the monkey does something stupid and they'll say, "Oh, well, that's racist." Because you associate black people with monkeys, so obviously you put a monkey in there and you're trying to make fun of black people with that, because black people are monkeys. And it's like, well, but nobody said black people are monkeys except for you.
Wait, but hold on. We have to go back to the Vice thing, but isn't the press like that, like the printing press and like the online website press, kind of like dying out also?
What do you mean?
I know Vice and like CNN, those websites are dying out.
A lot of them, yeah. Vice, the whole
Because,
Vice group.
Funny enough, they're getting killed by these stupid podcasts. That's what's killing a lot of these news networks.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, they abandoned actual journalism, and they all became.
A long time ago.
Oh yeah, probably from the very beginning. And they all became basically opinion blogs, I mean, that's BuzzFeed, Vice, Salon, all of them. They all became opinion blogs, and even mainstream media, you know, CNN and all them. I mean, most of their content is
Most of them became a opinion blog.
yeah, it's the same thing. And so why would I read Vice's crappy opinion blogs when I could watch Sargon, who actually has a good opinion blog?
Yeah.
And who actually has good facts a lot of the times.
And for example, why would I? And we know in CNN these guys do these. Why would I watch like a CNN interview of Jordan Peterson when I can watch a Joe Rogan interview of Jordan Peterson?
Exactly.
Where it's 3 hours of greatness, while CNN will be like 10 minutes of garbage.
Human garbage.
Plus, you get to see your boy Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that too.
That's all you care about?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan is a
fucking
god.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pissed with Joe now, but
I love Joe's podcast.
Well, what's wrong with Joe?
his new comedy special. Have you seen it on Netflix?
Nope.
He gets so close to okay, like there was a story about how cops, I think it was DEA or it might have been something like that, were sending in adult officers that looked young enough, adult male officers that looked young enough into high school, or excuse me, I'm sorry, female officers, adult female officers that looked young enough into high school to hit on teenage boys and try and get them to buy weed for her and then arrest them when they did.
That's
Fucking narcs.
It's one heck of a way to get caught. Some hot chick. He's like, "Are you sure you're high school? Doesn't matter. I want to fuck you. I want to buy from you for you. Let's go."
Well, but that's the so he gets into this point, right? He's like, imagine the reverse. Imagine if the cops had sent in of age men to go throw dick at teenage girls and try and get them to buy weed for them so they could arrest them.
The fuck kind of logic is this?
Well, that's what they did.
I'm not
Wait,
gonna lie.
what? What?
They sent
What?
adult female officers into high school to hit on teenage boys and try and get them to buy weed for her, and if they went and bought weed for her, she would then arrest them and they'd get prosecuted.
What a bitch!
Imagine if
How hot's the cop?
imagine if the
I'm
genders were
No,
reversed.
that does not matter.
Just imagine if the genders were reversed.
Here's the thing. If she's hot, I don't mind getting her putting me in handcuffs. You know what I mean?
This
No,
guy.
You say that, but then you get life in prison.
Oh.
I don't think you get
That
life in
sucks.
prison for buying weed, but yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean that sucks, but it's worthwhile.
6
It's a
months at
price
most,
you
I
have to
believe.
pay.
They'll be like, "Hey, can I slip it in you for some weed?"
What the fuck?
Hey, I'll tell you where all the weed supply is. Just let me slip it in, Mrs. Officer.
Mrs. Officer.
Don't ever say Mrs. Officer ever again.
No, I'm saying if the cop is pretty hot, it could be a maybe.
I'm okay with Mrs. Officer. You can call me Mrs. Officer.
I call you cunt as far as I'll go.
I mean, same thing, but okay.
You're basically fucking Gestapo.
You're kind of the reason why
That
Hitler
escalated
was
quickly.
wrong.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I'm a little
Kinda the
impressed with
reason
how
why
far
we're-
that went.
You're kind of the reason why I think Hitler didn't go.
Why, what? I'm sorry, you broke up. If you're going to insult me, at least make sure I can hear it.
I'm
If
done
you're going to
with that.
insult me, at least make sure you have the internet to do so.
Like, let's not waste each other's time, okay?
That's okay. I'm gonna go hang myself.
Alright.
Have
I'm gonna go
fun.
hang myself at the bed before I sleep. I
Yeah,
just
you
wanna tell
pussy.
everyone,
You won't do it.
Just don't kill yourself too hard.
I'm gonna hang myself with toilet paper. I'll put it on World Star when I do it.
I'm so upset. Like, I actually want to hang myself. Fucking dumb.
Kira will help you out. Kira, can you buy him the rope?
Hey, Kara, can you help me out?
I mean, I've got some nice silk rope, but it's not really meant for that purpose. But it
fucking
could work.
hated at work.
Yeah.
I just got a dangle from my ceiling, dude.
Yeah,
A
that can
what?
easily be achieved.
I need to dangle from my ceiling. I'm
Oh.
going to hang myself. Pussy.
I like how your stream title is No Fucks Given Part 2.
Yep.
It's always been no fucks given, dude. Do you think we actually give a fuck about anything that anybody says in here?
I care.
Well,
Oh,
no,
stop
Kira,
saying.
your opinion is worth like maybe like 20% less than everyone else's here.
Well, that's because I'm the woman.
Exactly. Sorry, Kira. Your opinion is worth less.
Yeah, you're
because of
you're the
hierarchy.
token.
I'm the token woman.
You're the
I'm also the
woman.
token democratic. Wait, this is hard.
And Pete's and Go gets our token goat. We have
I
I
was
grew
gonna
up
say he's
on
the
a
token
goat.
disappointment, but yeah.
I was like, do you guys not know that I grew up on a goat ranch?
I was
I
gonna
grew up
say he's
on
the
a-
token.
Oh shit!
You
then
gave
have
birth to
double
Goat?
goat.
I mean, no, but no.
Yo, guys, have you seen that meme? Where's this guy, this black guy, a really weird neck, and they compare him to the two ages and Johnny Test?
Bro, what is up with that guy neck?
Have you seen that
Shit.
meme, Pete?
What?
Oh my god, I don't think you have it. The neck guy memes.
Oh, dude.
Joe, this little thing pops up. It says Joe Rogan on the neck guy.
The neck.
No, the great one was like, it was a Quaker Oats thing and it has the dude on it and it was Quaker Throats. Ugh.
Ladies, if he crashes at your place, is slow to respond, freezes under pressure, is hot, he's not your man. He's a CPU that's overheating. He needs more fans.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
What? I know. I was like, you're.
Look, the guy put in chat. Great meaning to describe it in a nutshell.
Jesus.
Yeah.
There
I
were other
swear-
ones too. Quaker Throats wasn't the only one. There was like 3 other ones.
Come on, this just shows there has to be a god. There has to be. There's no way he created something as funny that exists. This is gonna be in the Bible. Like, this is gonna be like the 2080 version of the Bible.
I am the Bible.
Load size.
Oh, Jesus.
Can't stop.
Load size.
You both are fucking retarded. That's all I'm
This is the
saying.
best. Come on, this is the best meme ever, Pete. Come on, you just gotta accept it. Best meme ever.
Yeah, Pete, what the fuck?
Sigh.
Fucking children.
Your fault.
Fuck!
My fault.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Oh, I don't see how this is my fault.
Cause like, we're
'Cause it
breeding
is.
and shit.
Alright, I think I've had enough for tonight.
Are you pussy?
I'm gonna hang myself. Bye bye. Wait, what the hell? Wait, sorry. Not to leave just yet.
Oh, whoops.
Social media search. Wait, what the hell? New York legislation is requiring social media to basically find people's gun, take them away, basically.
Shut up!
No, I bought Destiny 2 a couple weeks ago, Caesar. Something like that. It was on
It's
sale.
a good game.
It's all right. I don't think I'd go so far as to say good.
It's a good game. I like it a lot. So
It was not bad for $30.
here's the video.
If I'd have paid 60 and another 60 or whatever it was for Forsaken, I'd have been pissed.
Also, Pete, you should be getting through the campaign and get the end game.
I just don't care enough.
Fair enough. Actually, fuck.
Look, all I'm saying.
You should boot up Destiny 2 and come play with me, you fuck. Don't you have
I
to do?
would.
Don't you have to do PvP?
Oh, I think I
I
have Sunday off.
I was on Destiny. I'll play. You know what, Pete? This Friday or tomorrow, if you're on, I'll play Destiny 2. Cause I gotta bounce off for tonight. Cause I actually gotta get to work. So.
Yeah,
Look,
because you're a bitch.
All I'm saying is that fuck.
Birds and eggs, LMFAO.
What did you call me?
I see you said burn the eggs, LMFAO.
Relax, bro. God damn.
Some salty language, sir. You eat your
What were
mother
you
out
saying,
with that mouth?
Wraith?
No, God.
What were you saying, Wraith?
I need to relax.
No, before you're saying.
What
and
the
then you
fuck?
tell yourself.
Alex Jones on a giant cow?
He's.
What did you call me? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, he's
It's
not
funny,
wrong.
you hear giant cow and you assume I'm talking
And I
about you.
immediately assume it's me.
Yep.
Yep. We all know why.
Because you're fat.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys.
Wait, are you actually?
Oh yeah.
Wait,
for
do you
sure.
Oh,
guys see that?
Shit,
Dude.
I feel bad.
Pants.
Fuck are you talking about, Wraith?
Look in shitpost. Do you see that?
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it?
See what? I just see a fucking moon rover. Not moon, rover on Mars.
There's no way that's real.
Did I get
What is that?
tagged in something? What?
What is that?
That is
Oh.
so much neck.
He gives that good thing.
Quaker throats.
It's the two guys from Johnny Test.
Please don't ever.
It's Agent White, Agent Black. By the way, Agent Black is the white guy, and Agent
Yes,
White's the black.
I am familiar with
They call me
Fairly
Quaker
Godparents.
Face.
It's Johnny Test, you dumbass. Oh my god. How you uncultured swine.
Mom's an uncultured swine.
You're not wrong.
Your dad's an uncultured swine.
He is your dad.
Ooh,
Oh.
motherfucker.
Then
Pete's
Pete
my
just swallowed.
Pete.
Pete, why
Fuck.
did you swallow?
What?
Pete, why did you swallow, right?
Yeah, I'm actually.
what your son's
really
become.
disappointed. You should.
That doesn't make sense for like a billion different reasons.
Yeah, right. You had right when you're like 7 years old.
Why are my shots not hitting this asshole?
Because I
Your
don't
mother
know.
should have swallowed you. You look like a bitch-made version of Guru.
Is that real, right? There's that fucking fake trolling.
What?
That fucking picture, this is the fucking Doom enemy, who's pixelated and shit.
The Cacodemon? No, that's fake.
Okay, good. I'm about to say, did someone like actually Photoshop the Cacodemon in there or something?
I wish that was real. That would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Anyways, I actually gotta
I
get going.
mean,
Real quick. Go get your terrible person, just letting you know.
I know.
something pretty fucking neat. You are. Yeah. Fuck!
When Hispanic kids joined the game chat.
I just lost the entirety of my train of thought. I'm a fucking retard. What was I trying to say?
Fuck if I
Probably
know.
Words, but none of us were really paying attention because it was you talking. So.
Shut up, Karen.
JC's
Yeah.
Arrival.
I
That's
wasn't paying attention to any of you.
That's
You
the
big
movie
shit.
with the heptapod aliens that come down in the like semicircle dome whatever ships. And if that's the one you're talking about, which I think it is, then yes, I have seen it, and it's fucking awesome.
Right? Stop. Look what right just
Oh,
put in chat.
motherfucker.
Which, by the way, can you own a cheetah in Canada? I want to own a cheetah when I move out.
Why? You are stupid, sir.
Or a panther. I want to own a panther in one of those two.
Your mother should have swallowed you.
I know. I tell her that every day, and she's like, God damn it, Earl. Yes, Dal. The radio's talking to you. Alright.
Your advantage grows. Stay strong.
Fuck.
No.
Pussy!
I was like, bye, Blue Bone. Okay.
Tiny Blue Testicles has left the building.
girl's crazy for a sharp dress bandana.
I
What?
think every girl's crazy. Is just
What?
Every girl's bi, either bisexual or bipolar. You get to choose.
That's my joke. Fuck you.
I'm pretty sure that's the internet's joke.
Yeah, really.
I will throw hands with both of you.
I mean, you'll lose.
Who just messaged me?
Your mom.
Fuck you, messaged me. I'm playing a game. I can't read messages right now.
Okay, Wright is both muted and
Oh, you
deafened.
fucker.
So, why is he here?
You have to do something probably.
Because he's right and he's an idiot.
I'm just gonna casually drop it into Discord and see how long it takes him to notice.
Okay. Now I gotta actually talk.
What?
Now I gotta actually talk. I can't just sit here and act like I'm here.
Yeah, you do. Fucking go get, lazy bastard.
What the hell else have I missed?
Oh, I don't know. Hasn't been really much news as far as gaming goes.
I know, it's been fairly quiet ever since, like, the Telltale thing.
Oh yeah, Telltale went under.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah. Well, no, because like I just saw something else about that where games are gonna be taken off of the Steam
Yeah.
store and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's no bueno. Bethesda's getting sued. Yeah. I don't know. That's gonna
Wait.
be a hard case to prove though.
I was like, that one I don't know about.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday. There's a company who's going around on Reddit and a few other places saying that they're going to do a class action lawsuit, and so they are looking for customers to include in on it. But
For what?
false advertising.
Really?
Yeah, and man, it's like, what did they advertise that is so completely not included or whatever that you could claim that it was false advertising?
Yeah,
It'll be tough.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's one like No Man's Sky, that might make sense because there were interviews and there were all sorts of different things that where people said specific things, like there will be multiplayer, and then the game launched and there was no multiplayer. But I don't think there was anything like that with Fallout 76. But who knows? We'll see where that leads to, I guess.
3 minutes remaining.
Oop, fuck you both.
I mean, now?
Yeah, we can wait. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, but see, for one thing, refunds aren't a guarantee. For another thing, I know they put out a statement saying they were gonna do refunds, but that's not advertising, and it's not like, like the commercials for the game or anything said we will refund you or anything like that. And they are doing refunds. They're not doing all of them, or they're not doing them for some people. But there were people that did say they were getting refunded. So I don't know if they'll be able to claim that.
It's on.
Fuck. Oh, this fucking sucks. What else? There's a couple other things, I think. Well, go get it. Look on
What?
Kotaku in Action
Okay.
or something like that, and see if there's anything interesting.
Okay.
Y'all gotta help me out. I'm
Who?
playing, man.
So am I. Nothing actually. Yeah,
That's right.
Fuck.
The FTC is gonna start looking into loot boxes.
Why?
If they're gambling or not.
Gambling?
Just like, what was it? Italy or Sweden or somebody, one-
That was a mistake.
one of those countries declared that loot boxes were gambling. And,
But, okay, but how?
because
Oh,
you're paying money. You're paying money for a random item or set of items that have value, but not it. But it's like,
Well fought victory.
so it's kind of hard with a game like Overwatch, but for say a game like Counter-Strike, the gun skins have value,
Oh,
and so
I thought you meant loot boxes like the loot boxes you get in the mail.
oh no, yeah, in-game loot boxes.
On to the next fight.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
so-
makes so much more sense. I was like,
Kinda,
what
I
the
mean-
fuck are you talking about?
The big problem is if you declare loot boxes gambling, then baseball cards and trading card games and
Yeah.
anything like that could also be
I mean,
considered.
technically, it would be considered.
It's the same exact thing. I mean, you're spending a set amount of money for a
Yeah,
random
exactly.
set of items that could have value far exceeding what you paid. So I don't see how there's any difference except one's
Gamer
digital and
arrested
one's
after
not.
Vape. Wait, hold up.
Hold up.
Gamer arrested after vape overheard on live Grand Theft Auto stream.
I saw that, but I
Community
didn't look into it.
response Actually leads to useful law enforcement. I'm checking out right now. The man is in charge after he was allegedly heard raping a girl during a break from playing Grand Theft Auto. From Florida was heard assaulting the 15-year-old at his Newport Richie home.
Man, I can't tolerate people.
That's a pretty wide
Yeah,
scope there.
According to the medical exam afterwards, it's true
What?
that somebody was arrested. That somebody was streaming, they're retarded, and left his mic on and then raped the girl. Oops, actually shot a guy.
After he shot a guy?
Like the stream, the people hadn't raping the girl on the stream. They called the police.
This is a
And he got
game
arrested.
with
Ow.
pure potential. Make me proud.
Well, good for them. Sucks to be him.
Shouldn't have been raping the fucking girl in the first place.
And certainly shouldn't have
Yep.
streamed it.
Or, you know, done it in the first place.
She,
Gains the lead.
fucking hell, I can't fucking hit the joke. Anyway, he said he was gonna go have sex with the girl, which we now know is a complete lie. Oop. And I get killed while trying to fucking explain it. But yeah, that's what happened.
Well, don't feel sorry for him, so.
It was also an 18-year-old with 15-year-old, so it's probably also some more sex offender charges on that. Although it is within the 4 years of, fucking most states have, so maybe not, who knows.
Not California, I
see.
don't think, which is interesting because you'd think if anybody would, it would be California.
Hmm.
Fuck.
But then again, in California, you basically have to get a woman to write, sign a fucking contract to fuck them.
This is true. Yeah, affirmative consent is the law in California schools now.
Yep.
Man, I'm doing absolutely shitty.
There's all in on genetic discrimination. Oh no, Apple. What did you do, Apple?
What did Apple do? Well, what hasn't Apple done?
Okay. No, it's loading. It's loading.
Oh, fuck. Gotcha, bitch.
Okay, I'm not gonna read
Fuck.
this. I'm just gonna read the synopsis. Okay. The synopsis was: the organization must have a woman founder, CEO, a co-founder or CEO, a woman developer proficient in Swift or Objective C, and developer app fucking yeah. Developer app or function built created for any platform that you can demo live. Must be 18 years of age or older and proficient in English. The woman founder, a co-founder or CEO. The woman developer and another employee, if applicable, must be 18 years of age or older, proficient in English, and able to attend together. Attend together for the What the fuck is this fucking English? I accidentally X'd out to talk to an actor. I'm gonna talk. Basically, you need a female co-founder or founder or CEO. If
Well,
you don't have one, then fuck you.
They just passed it in California too, where it's you have to have a certain number of members of the board be women too. If it's a publicly traded company.
Huh. What about race?
No race yet. I think it's only gender for now.
Okay. That's
Again, does any of this
interesting.
surprise anybody?
No, it's California, so you know. What do you expect?
Exactly.
The fuck?
I'm so cool.
Wow.
I'll be
Fuck
in a
you.
second. Let me finish this round.
Why did you keep?
You don't ask why. There is no why. Turn that down a little bit.
Only 5 minutes left.
Maybe that's a little better. Shit. There's a whole bunch of these fuckers. They're everywhere. Fuck. So you played any games recently, Kiro?
No, mostly just been working.
Yeah,
Which I know is so boring.
getting a new job sucks.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to.
Are the hours at least any good?
Yeah, I'm actually getting a pretty decent amount of hours.
Oh, I meant like the work hours, like what time you work.
Well, they're
Oh, wait,
kind of
what?
random. There's some days where I
Wait.
have to.
Am I about to fucking start uploading Nintendo content again? Oh my god. Let's find out. I don't know time to read this. Nintendo game content guidelines for online video and image sharing platforms. You may monetize your videos and channels using the monetized methods separated. Encourage you to create video. Oh my god! Nintendo stopped being Nintendo. Nintendo's now being smart and allowing people to make videos and monetize it.
Well, good for them. They're also not censoring as much as Sony, which is just glorious.
Of course, you can't say, you know, your videos are affiliated or sponsored by Nintendo. Which, you know,
Fuck!
is to be expected. You're only permitted to use Nintendo game content that has been officially released or from promotional materials officially released by Nintendo, such as product trailers or Nintendo Directs. So, you know, if you have a you know, fucking extra copy of, I mean, a fucking early copy of, what's it called, Smash, you can't do anything with it yet.
You have a what copy?
Extra copy of Smash. The Smash Ultimate. The new Smash game.
Right.
You can't do anything with it yet because it's not officially released yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, but at least you can stream once it's out, though.
Yeah.
God, they were being
I'm
penises
actually-
about that too.
I'm actually happy now. I can make Nintendo videos again. I love Nintendo. You have no idea.
Tangled web grips.
I'm gonna fucking buy Let's Go and do a Let's Play of it now. Fuck it. We go back to my old roots.
They knew you were coming, and it still looked like you ambushed.
Oh wow. Those almost look cool. Fusion.
My god.
Sword auto.
I have to read these guidelines more, but it seems like Nintendo's actually smart. And it's just been good for once.
Oh whoops. I didn't.
Sounds like a lie.
I mean, Nintendo's actually been a really good company recently, believe it or not.
Man, I wish I
Like, a lot
had
better
spikes
than
on both arms.
Sony. I'm getting messages from somebody, but I can't check right now because I'm in the middle of a gunfight. Damn, I tried to wallbang. Oh, it's dry if he wants back in.
That took a while.
Yeah, you can wait.
I'll move him back in.
Don't forget to unmute him.
No, I just move him in and leave him muted.
Fuck you, Goget.
Oh my god, I'm fucking...
Wow, he brought you back in.
Yeah, it wasn't even Goget that kicked you out. Who is
Kick me out.
who is Robot Panda?
Robot Panda, what do you mean?
Is that any one of you guys?
No.
No.
Robot Panda.
Why?
Because they just invited me to something.
It's not even one of my fucking Smurfs, or it's what the fuck you want to call it.
Friend invites. Robot Panda. Oh, okay, I guess. I just made a new friend.
Where the fuck is my phone? Oh, it's in my pocket. Please don't quote that.
Oh, I bought Nier Automata,
Clash.
Nice.
along with a bunch of other shit.
Nothing complicated here. Defend your allies and defeat your opponents.
I need to buy
Holy shit!
Christmas shit.
Fuck, did he kill me so quick?
We've gained the lead.
Man, I really suck at Destiny 2 PvP.
Oh my god, I love Nintendo again.
No, you
They've basically removed everything that I hated about them recently.
you don't love Nintendo. You're not Metro.
No, like Nintendo recently is back to how Nintendo should be, and I love them.
No, you don't love Nintendo. Mine.
Wow. Yes, I agree, J. Caesar. Fuck the darkies.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Cool.
Well, obviously California doesn't like them since it won't force people to hire them for their CEO positions and stuff. What? What? What?
What?
So I'm not gonna read the review tech thing because fuck review tech.
Hey, are you okay there?
Me?
Yeah.
Just
Fuck
having a moment.
this fucking asshole. He was down to fucking like 2 fucking health. Somehow he didn't die.
Is that what the what?
Whoa.
Nintendo hits you too.
Wag.
Gained the lead.
Oh,
You're joining a match
Well,
that's
I
already
guess-
ongoing and in progress. That's cool.
it's Siege. What do you expect? Anyway.
I mean, I really like this because it's pictures and I can barely read, so.
Okay, well, I see. I start going down.
Gotcha,
when it says,
bitch.
You know, Nintendo's striking people who use the strike leaks without ultimate leaks without permission. I'm like, well, yeah, that's part of the guidelines. They changed them. Stop bitching about it. You got what you want. You can make videos again. Be happy. Just fucking don't be a cunt. It's that easy.
You're asking for too much.
Yeah, that's asking quite a lot, sir.
That's true. Fuck.
Plenty of cuntness. Fuck.
But no, like,
Shit, okay, then I'm an idiot. Don't worry about
I hate my life. I
Well,
can't-
we already knew that.
Know that.
Yep.
it. I'm talking in Siege chat. Fuck you guys.
Mute
Then
yourself.
why are you here? Get
motherfucker.
out.
Well, I'm here because I was talking to you guys as well. I'm allowed to talk to 2 different.
I mean, I'm not talking in my Siege chat because I'm talking here.
Yeah.
Dude, you get me.
I dropped him down to supporters again.
Oh, wow. Dude, he's gonna be pissed.
I don't care.
I wish,
Again.
I wish Discord had a push to mute option.
They do.
I don't know why. No, they don't.
They will push to talk.
Yeah, but I don't think they have push to mute.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, then Wraith should enable push to mute and enable push to talk in Siege and have them be the same button. So that way when you hit the button, you mute it in Discord and you can talk all the fuck you want in Siege.
But you're making sense,
I know.
and he's
I know.
12.
That's just can't have that making sense.
No, logic does not work on 12-year-olds. Speaking of whiny bitches,
Ugh.
What?
it is really late and I'm tired.
You're right. Whiny bitches.
Yeah, that's literally what I
Games
just said.
sexualizing underage girls is what? Wait, what? What? Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up, buddy.
I'm holding the fuck up. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, I was like, I'm waiting.
Loading. It's loading. Give it a second. My computer's
No.
slow.
They just took the lead.
Are you there? Oh yeah, I'm back.
5 minutes.
Wow.
Plenty of time to
Fuck you, Robot Panda.
Okay. These games.
What
no,
just
games out
happened?
there with- Ah, fuck you up. He said pull him back up.
Go ahead, go get it.
Ah, we want to do shit. Anyway,
Stop fucking moving me me out and shit.
So GameFAQs says, fucking hell.
Damn, that's just savage.
Are you ready?
I'll
Games
move a bit.
sexualizing underage girls is okay.
Wait, say
Wait,
that.
a game that what?
GameFAQs said that.
Said what?
Games sexualizing underage girls is okay.
Oh,
I was like,
Yeah,
kind of
but
like
you
Battle
cannot
Royale?
sexualize underage person. It doesn't matter if the person male, female, bill.
it's. This is not a good.
I'll just send a screenshot so you can see what
No, I think I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I want to see this.
I'm still gonna send it to the players.
This is just
That'd be a
it's a
big
silly thing to fucking to.
It is, but
There are games out there in which rape is depicted. That doesn't mean you can go around and state that rape is okay on the board. Please help me understand this. You allow games in your database as well as discussion about them, but saying that the content of the games, i.e. the rape that you mentioned, is okay is forbidden?
I think that was it because they were like obviously there are games on GameFAQs where I can't remember what there were some specific things that they said, and then obviously the game is on GameFAQs, but if you talk about it, you could get banned or something like that.
Honestly, on sites that are that big, you need to have just these are the clear-cut rules. Period.
yeah.
Fuck. What's up, Shadowkin? Yeah, that's one issue with Destiny 2 is I mean I don't mind grindy so much because like Warframe's fine with me. But like yeah, there is almost zero variety in any of this. It's like all the areas, it's all the same. Yeah, I think what irritates me most about Destiny 2 is like it could have been so much better.
So I'm gonna get banned on Twitter again probably because I'm gonna accidentally fucking
Again?
yes. Hey, don't laugh at me.
I'm gonna laugh.
Gotcha,
like,
bitch.
Fucking deal with it.
What's
But
worse?
if I do, I'll just stay on Gab. I don't fucking care.
What the worst is, I think, is that you know what's gonna get you banned on Twitter, and yet you still try and do it.
No. I'm gonna get banned because
Yes.
I fucking called
1 minute.
fucking
Hit them hard.
Space Gal, whatever the fucking name is. The fucking person running for whatever the fuck,
You gained the
the
lead.
wrong gender.
Wait, what?
The transgender person running for like Cinder or something like that, I called them it. Which is highly offensive. And that's just gonna get me banned.
Yeah, it will.
So, there's a
Especially
guy on
now.
my team in Siege literally called the Coon.
30 seconds. It's not over.
I don't think anybody cares about Siege.
Well, no, I was about to ask.
Fuck
isn't that
me.
like a racist thing, or am I stupid?
Wait, what's the name?
The Coon.
God damn it.
I
This is why
also,
love Siege.
yeah,
Nothing.
I messed around with my settings a little bit more. I have a decent resolution now with actually close to like 60 FPS.
Victory
Consistent
is all I
60.
ask. Good.
So your boy's about to go to Diamond. You know how it be.
You're not gonna be diamond.
You look death in his beady eyes and you spat in them.
Ugh, man, I'm doing horrible. somehow I keep winning.
Okay,
Can't pay them any attention. Okay, it's bedtime. I'm fading.
Alright.
Alright. Next.
See you
Lawrence.
later.
see ya.
Casey Tron. I don't know who that is. Oh, fuck.
I know who that is, but like, what's going on?
The Thought Audit? You haven't heard of that, of this?
No,
Wait, I don't have channel
What does that have to
I
do
need
with
to put
Casey
chat on
Tron?
my Upmanda.
You go to Jackal. No, but what does this have to do with Casey Tron?
Jay Caesar said with the Thought Audit, he wonders how long until Casey Tron gets reported to the IRS.
Dead. Next 20 seconds.
Oh, if you're the one that reports her and it's enough money, you can get 30%.
Wait, what? Really?
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Yes.
No, if you report Casey Tron, you'll get hella money.
Well, it's, apparently it's got to be over $2 million.
Yeah, but like Casey Tron has built like an entire business on it. It's like that other thought, Momo-kun or whatever.
Thank you.
don't make
Momo
sense.
Cunt,
Yeah.
who is now literally a cam girl. I thought that was hilarious.
I just headshot Ash.
Especially how everybody defended Momo Cunt because they all said, "Oh yeah, but she's not a cam girl. She doesn't actually get naked."
Momo-kun?
Yeah.
No, but it's pretty fucking close.
Well, no, she's actually a cam girl now.
That's actually that's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is,
Because right after, like less than a month after that, what was it, the convention or whatever, where she touched somebody inappropriately, and then somebody called her out on Twitter, and she tried to defend herself, and this, that, and the other, and then a whole bunch of other people came out and said that she touched them inappropriately, and so she got banned from a bunch of conventions and shit like that, and then, yeah, like a week later, she was literally a cam girl, and I can't remember the website, but, yep.
Who would spend their time watching her?
If she was as thin as she was when she first started this shit, I would.
But no, because she like photoshops her shit now. Like she is not thin at all. Like
She used to be.
borderline.
She used to be. I can't remember the picture that somebody showed me once of one of her earlier cosplays, and she actually looked really good. But she's grown steadily bigger for the last, like, 2 years.
Yeah, no. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she's past thick at this point.
Gunpowder is just angry sand.
I guess.
No, but,
I'm already
no,
chased
but like, out of all the people, her?
Kotaku overreacted in an article about how the I'm already Tracer meme is making fun of gamer girls.
Yeah, it is making fun of gamer. They're fucking
Shut
idiots.
the fuck up. Hey, in one response, another one holds up a note saying, "Turn your controller on, bitch."
Oh, is that the one that they're talking about? I've seen that one.
Is it real or is it staged?
Why would someone turn on the controller they're using as a prop for a video? Do you expect it to actually be playing a game of Overwatch while recording?
Why?
No, it's
Plenty of
just-
people do.
Yeah. Yeah, plenty of people record them playing Overwatch. The fuck's serious?
I'm pretty sure that if I was using what the fuck's my knife? This knife or prop, I would still use it for something.
Can I stop joining in the middle of fucking matches?
What?
I just got put into another match that's already in the,
No, okay, I'm gonna tell you why that happens, Ralph. It's because they back queue you, so if there's no games about to be ready, they put you in a game that's already ready. So like, that's why that happens. Oh fuck!
Bunch of bullshit.
Oh, this Jaeger has black ice, what a flex.
Nope.
Or this bandit.
Whatever you say.
I love seeing people get so angry while they're playing Siege that they die and they just leave the match.
I do that if I die in a BS way or I join an ongoing game. I'll just leave if I die. I'm like, I'm done here.
Well, this bandit died because he lost a gunfight and he just leaves the match.
Low.
Sucks to be you.
Man, these people fucking board up every single wall.
Are you fucking playing Siege
Fuck.
to go get?
Me, yeah. I've been playing Siege the entire time, bitch.
Dude, you're supposed to be looking for shit to talk about.
Bitch, I'm doing both.
No, you're not.
Bitch, I'm alive right now. If I'm dead, I fucking look for stuff.
Rook, how are you even alive, dude?
Bitch took my kill. I just took someone's kill.
Fucking jump scare, oh my god.
I could barely see them. I was like, boop. Okay, Kotaku.
Let's play IQ.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. I think. Wait, did you talk about? Did you talk about WordPress shutting down? Several feminist blogs without warning.
Wait, say that one more time?
WordPress shutting down multiple feminist blogs without warning.
Huh.
More tough us SJW fuckery. Ignore if you can't be bothered with this crap. I love the article. I love the article for this shit. The name of it is fucking funny on this subreddit. It's why I sub to it. It's not because I like what's on it. It's because of the names of it.
I like Tumblr is got rid of a bunch of not safe for work blogs too.
From what I can tell, it's only ones that had actual child pornography on it.
I was hearing something else because there was a bunch of them that were reinstated afterwards.
Well, I think they're working on something to automatically do it, and they got rid of a lot of the ones that didn't have it on it, so they just reinstated those. Like it was an accident, like Twitter does all the time.
Yeah, J. Caesar, it wasn't a whole section or anything, but it was a whole bunch of different ones.
Like a lot of the ones I follow was still on.
Yeah. Man, I wish the scout rifle I had looked better. This thing's just butt fucking ugly though. place I know of that completely removed lolly stuff was Hentai Haven. I don't know. One of them completely removed lolly, which is not a good idea. Which there must have been another one, but that's not a good idea.
Crush your enemies.
Because
No,
now they've accepted the fact that somebody's imaginary fantasy or kink or whatever you want to call it is unacceptable. They have no argument for
Have advanced.
somebody else saying that another fantasy is unacceptable.
Toxic masculinity is the bad guy, and I'll fix the internet.
Oh
It's a
man.
fucking children's movie. Calm the fuck down.
I haven't even seen Wreck-It Ralph.
I haven't either. Comics code on.
Pulling ahead. Keep it that way.
Hold on. Hold on. You gotta fucking open
Fuck,
this up. Hold on,
dude.
see this.
I meant a site closed down the whole NSFW section over a lolly. I did not hear anything about anything like that. But again, not a great idea. But whatever, it's their thing. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, DM, who is it? Damn, I was looking at somebody.
I'm gonna play dog.
Here we go.
Fuck!
Comics code offer what amateurs. The SJW inflation of comics is far more. They believe defying the power, despite being set power, the CA never had
Fuck!
power to freeze creators out of comics for political beliefs. SJW Marvel / DC can and do.
Zone A captured. That's a power play. You took them. Now hold them. Zone B lost.
Fuck. It fell.
What?
Gotta pick it up.
Zone C lost.
It's about ethics and gender dysphoria journalism.
What?
Who cares about ethics and journalism? Come on.
Ethics in what journalism?
Gender dysphoria
Zone B
journalism.
captured. You have zone advantage.
What, Transgate?
Transgate is happening.
Gamer trans.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's a long thing. Oh my god, it's not. I'm not reading this
Fuck.
all. It's the long thing. I'm not gonna be like P and sit here for 30 minutes reading something. Mostly because I can barely fucking speak as it is.
You're a bitch.
Fucking fine, you know. Fucking bitch, didn't even read
You
all
don't have
of
to
it.
read all of it, just read some of it.
I'm gonna read some of it, I just said I wasn't gonna read all of it. There are, of course, plenty of fair critiques one could make of my
Can I get some help
Atlantic
here on
cover
B?
story on
Because they're,
Jimmy
like, pushing this
Spoya
shit real
from this
hard.
summer. Hang on, let me unsingle my cords. Yeah. From this summer, story. A story. A story of that length and complexity on such a controversial subject, one that many people view understand. I can't fucking speak in my fucking normal language. I can't fucking. I'm retarded. I just said normal language instead of native
I got
language.
Blackbeard.
Fuck. I'm just gonna read it and give you the synopsis.
You captured Zone C. Power play.
Okay, from what I can read so far,
Zone B lost.
basically, this person made a
I need a hunter like you with the red jacket. 5 minutes left. Keep it up.
Fuck. Damn, I was doing good too.
I swear to fuck you pick me up that fucking thank you.
Zone C lost. You captured Zone B. You have advanced.
Fuck.
Victory is all I ask. Good.
What else is there? Go get.
Hang on. Oh fuck, of course there's a hole there.
The roof is not my son, but I will raise it.
Anyway. From what I can see with this person made an article talking about gender dysphoria, and people get triggered about it. I don't know what they wrote, not gonna read the article, I'll read that more in length later to, you know, make sure my shit was right, but from the little bit I read, that's what it was. And I would have read it, but I'm having issues with the English language right now, I can barely speak it. Tired young yeet. Somebody posted this one and said, somebody please tell me I'm not seeing things, I gotta see what they're talking about.
Ah, my nose hurt. Ah, nice.
Shiro and the Princess of Power first season was well received by critics, though with some reservations. The review Rotten Tomatoes counted 100% positive reviews out of that team. Wait, isn't it? How long did this come out?
What?
Shiro and the Princess of Power.
Oh, I don't know, a couple weeks or a month or two maybe.
And there's only that team reviews of it.
Oh yeah, it's, Siege is rolling back the changes.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that, but I forgot to. But yeah, they're doing that.
Which,
saw
thank
that,
God.
Oh wow, good.
Oh yeah,
I actually paid
Kotaku
attention.
and all them, they're furious. Yeah. Like, why didn't you censor it for everybody when it's just the United States? What the hell?
Wait, what?
Did you show the darkness what light
What?
can do?
Why do you censor it for everybody when it's just in the United States, but it's China that's doing it?
What?
China's the reason why.
Don't
Yeah, I know.
waste it.
Are they retarded?
Or who retarded?
I mean, actually, I was gonna say SJWs, but that answers itself. You shouldn't care about something related to nerd culture because insert real life tragedy here. What? Hold on. I get this. Oh, it's the ad where you just joke about shit.
Let nothing hold you back.
Okay, recording.
Oh, too bad it's a sidearm.
Then this fucking.
Why couldn't they have given me a scout rifle, you fucks?
The Powerpuff. Oh, Polygon. Here we go. Here we go. Time to read the Polygon article.
I got somebody.
So of course, I don't have to worry about not being able to read because I can read Polygon shit easily. Gotta get into character.
Yeah, I just wish these looked better.
The Powerpuff Girls challenge what it meant to fight like a girl. How the show's Rowdy Rough Boys episode taught an important lesson. The Powerpuff Girls were instantly popular with young viewers when they first swooped in to save the day on November 18th, 1998. Wow, they are fucking 20 years old. I never realized that. Nigga, the fuck? Like, somebody my party just said they never had
I'm
a
in
Final
server.
Fantasy.
History awaits.
The original series ran until 2005 and spawned the feature-length film Giant Balloons in the
Yeah,
Macy's
Caveira's sitting in the corner in
Day
server.
Parade, and
Welcome
and
to
then
Eververse.
eventual revival on Cartoon Network, but the show's legacy remains in the lessons taught to the legion of fans about the war they were growing into. The Powerpuff Girls dealt in radical messages in less than 30 minutes an episode, would deliver thoughtful readings on social dynamics and oh my god, Jesus fuck, this is hurting my head. Basically, Powerpuff Girls is good, we will. But no, I'm trying to get to the point where they talk about, what the Rowdy Rough Boys episode taught. There's a lot of talking. You like not?
Nice. Man in our team with 4 kills named Freddy Krueger. What a god.
Another
I
satisfied.
gotta go save gotta help my teammates because they're dying, and I gotta go be a good teammate.
Yeah, you're a bitch. Is that all? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
staying with Eververse.
Yeah.
Damn I'm the best teammate. I died saving the teammate. I was gonna sit right here holding my blood. Yeah, okay,
Hold my breath.
But Eververse keeps running.
What's wrong with you? Course points. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ready?
No.
Okay.
BGS.
In a half hour long episode from the first season, most would split the time allowance with 2 stories. Our heroes Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup came face to face with their male counterparts, Rowdy Rough Boys. The episode wait, they didn't even mention their names. The episode begins with Mojo Jojo, the evil mastermind behind much of the destruction of Townsville, on a rampage following another embarrassing loss at the hands of the superheroes. Mojo decides he needs to fight fire with fire, creating the Rowdy Rough Boys with snips, snails, puppy dog tails, and toilet water. A placeholder for chemical X. Once Mojo Jojo coils the boys' toxic aim in the direction of the girls, they jump into a fight without hesitation. What's wrong with you, girls? Points one of the Rowdy Rough Boys. You're supposed to be crying when we hit you. But with a whiplash wit, Buttercup retorts, takes a lot more than a couple of cheap shots to make us cry. As the battle continues, the boys decide that they will obtain victory by any means necessary. With disregard for the lives of civilians, they hurl a snip. Wait. A ship, plane, and bus, each full of people. As it goes, instead of just clobbering their enemies, the Powerpuffs save each person. When given praise, they all voice a humble response, only to be literally kicked aside by the rowdy rough boys who argue over who it was that bruised them. Bruised them off.
And what is
What
this?
the fuck is... Fucking hell, what the fuck, Polygon? Your fucking English is worse than mine.
Damn. That's saying something.
Shut the fuck up. In self-defense against the boys' plot, the girls leave the city so as to not endanger any more civilians. The rowdy rough boys mumble about how the girls are fleeing the scene for being, as they eloquently put it, chicken and sissies. Okay, so basically it's, you know, typical feminist, you know, girl power shit that, you know, which was technically all the Powerpuff Girls was about, so I can't really get mad about it.
Yeah, but it was at least pretty subtle in the original series.
Yeah. I'd kill the guy if I can't see him.
All right, Mavericks. Ready to see what you're fighting today? Hi! Bring a sword. Be brave. Be notorious. The Hive are hungry,
Hang on.
brother. Don't
My
let
team's
them
in
touch
Compton
you,
again.
and
I
bring
can have mine with
supplies
one.
just in case.
Okay,
Transmat Pride.
right off was exists
Lock and
as
load,
equal to
hotshot.
the girls in
Get
terms
those
of
plates
physical
in the back.
fighting and superhuman abilities, but their self-serving needs and willingness to go others in harm's way to achieve their high. Oh yeah, that's right. In order to beat them, they had to fucking kiss one cheek. I forgot about that. Kissing boys on the cheek is not the way to win an altercation with such young viewership. Fucking hell. Listening to girls fighting skills, girls embrace their femininity. The other boys don't have the equivalent to what the girls are doing, and have no defense against modesty and disengagement. For the value of boys' fights are won by throwing punches and not giving kisses. They are completely dumbfounded by this display of femininity. The underlying meaning behind the kiss highlights how the girls utilize affection, the trait many boys were and are unfortunately conditioned to downplay. Rejecting the notion of fighting fire with fire, as Mojo so enthusiastically states upon creating the boys, the girls use the assets they have been shown to embrace throughout the episode. Basically the episode was about which I don't know if you watched Powerpuff Girls, Pete.
No.
I did back when it had. Okay.
I've seen a few episodes, but no, I haven't watched it in forever.
I watched it all whenever it came out, when it came out because I was a fucking baby, literally, because it came out in the year I was born.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fucking children.
But I've watched all of all the episodes now. It's been a while since I have, and they're basically saying the meaning of this episode was to embrace.
Oh, fuck.
It's okay to embrace femininity every once in a while, which that's what it was about. It wasn't. The Powerpuff Girls was about empowering. I can't speak. Empowering, fucking women to be, strong and fucking inspiring guys to, be that way as well. It's not just about one gender. It's about both. More focused towards females still. Of course, this is just Thompson. Gotta play the Lord. So yeah, they're basically saying
Hostiles in the tree.
your power, which isn't bad.
Who can? Cap can. Am I right, Go Get?
Ooh,
Being
ooh,
invaded.
ooh, ooh.
Find them before they
Shit.
My teammate just
Oh,
my teammate just
motherfucker.
got me killed.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, he got me. He actually got me killed. I'm gonna fucking team kill him next time. Please have another round.
you. Invaders gone. Get them next time.
Fucking bitch, I lost a shitload of motes, too.
Fucking Beelzebub versus Diablo Immortal. The Red Dead Redemption 2 shows gaming's problem with violence towards women. ABC Australia.
Hostiles inbound.
Do I even need to read this, or can we just assume?
I mean, you can read it if you want.
Please give us stuff to talk about so I can stop reading this shit. It's killing my brain cells.
I don't have anything, dude. I'm all out.
I wanna hang myself. I really just got fucking peaked like that.
How have we been going?
Huh?
It's a common practice in the world of gaming for serious video game players to upload videos of their gaming experiences to YouTube, usually for purpose of providing tips to other gamers, walkthroughs, and highlights. Last month, the YouTube channel some Japanese sounding name that makes me think it's a weeaboo,
Oh,
uploaded a video of a
you
portion
gotta be shitting me.
of a recently released video game, Red Dead Redemption 2. The video depicted an avatar, the figure representing the player in the video game, physically assaulting a female character until she was unconscious. The video was titled "Beating Up Annoying Feminists." That sounds funny. Within days, the video had received more than 1 million views, with some viewers remarked that they planned to replicate the behavior in the video. Others commented, "The only good feminist is a dead feminist." Giving women the rights to vote was a mistake.
I mean, not wrong.
Recent research into online gaming in the wake of the #MeToo movement sheds light on this kind of behavior, rising concerns about the influence of gaming culture on attitudes of sexism and violence against women. And I just see a screenshot of him doing it, and it's just him punching the person. Depictions of violence against women.
Physical assault against another woman in an online space.
Hang on.
Yeah, huh?
Following much hype and anticipation on RDR 2, the sequel of the video game Red Dead Redemption, I messed up, but it's okay, was released in Australia on October 26th. Across the board, reactions have been glowing, with players posting fantastic reviews, but the video game and their developers have often been criticized for portrayals of violence towards women, and RDR 2 is no exception. I don't know why I keep fucking messing up my voice, but whatever. The game is set in the US Wild West and gives players the ability to take control and act out violence towards other game characters. This includes physically assaulting and killing the female characters. A
Notice
suffragette
how
who
they only
symbolizes the
female
early...
characters.
What?
Notice how the only characters is female characters.
Obviously, it's just female characters. You can't kill a guy. There's definitely not videos of two voice actors and characters getting killed and then getting sent to them. One
This
of
is
them being
totally
dragged
bullshit.
onto a train and left on the train until the train comes.
Your invaders down, but they took 3
Anyway.
of them.
Bingo bongo.
1 minute left.
You shouldn't vote. Women shouldn't vote. That's what I'm getting from this.
Almost.
People don't take what I say seriously. I'm gonna lie.
Portals ready. Allies headed to the other side. Not out of this yet. Kill that primeval. Primeval compromise. Focus your fire.
I should just keep saying. I don't know why I stopped.
What?
I'm talking about my game now.
Burn that primeval down.
I'm not doing good anymore now. I'm just looking at shit on Kotaku. Oh wait, petition to change Sony's censorship.
Allies headed to the other side. Rounds done. Opposing team defeated their primeval. I like your team. Do better. Opposing team's wrecked.
Oh, I'm gonna vomit.
Get ready for transmat. Guard up, brother. Hostiles brought their heavies. to
So
the
I've
field.
played 15 or so hours of Red Dead Redemption 2. I've killed unimaginable amounts of innocent men, and not one woman. Where's my gender equality? One thing gaming could learn from Stan Lee is it to die. Too soon? Not soon enough?
Hostiles inbound at the beach.
Why is Barnes and Noble helping anti-Semitic male supremacists? What?
What are they selling?
They're selling a book.
Yeah, Bruce V's book.
Yeah.
Somebody's missing their plate.
Ooh, fuck, that's a lot of people.
Invader on the field. Careful.
Fuck! God damn, it's the second fucking time I've been caught by those fuckers.
Invaders off the field.
How the fuck?
Hostiles at the trees.
Fucking hell. I wanna kill myself. Is suicide an option?
Invader inbound. Counter.
God fucking damn it. Oh, I just don't fucking care anymore.
Your invader's back with 2 kills.
Got him. Oh, I just capped the shit out of this jackal. Oh.
Portal's up. Go look him in the eyes.
Oh, Gogan, if you would have saw that, you would have done it.
Damn.
I busted
I
this
just fucking
dude's
tried to.
brain.
I just tried to kill Jack when I messed up.
Yeah, that's...
No, it's because I'm fucking retarded and missed all my shots.
Had to move faster.
Yeah, so you're bad.
Get him next time.
Well, tell me how many aces have you got?
One.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, Pete, I can't load anything else because my computer's being retarded, so I can't look up anything else.
Well, it's all good. It's fucking getting late. We've been going for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Pussy numbers.
Bitch, you're about to go to sleep, I know.
Alright, everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Friday.
See ya.
Peace.
Yeet.